Riding all over.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. Can we get some applause, Chris? See, this is where you got to come in.
It says applause.
It says applause. There's an applause button, Chris.
Is the volume up?
This is why I wanted to set it right here.
Was the volume up on it too? All right, Chris, remember, because the applause continues indefinitely, so you have to just hit it or lower the volume. Oh, he just hit it.
I hit it.
Okay, so.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah. I am your host, Big Mod. Finally, I can say that we have the crew back together. It's like putting New Edition back together. You know, Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill, bring everybody back. I appreciate everybody being here. I am Big Mod, your host. I got to my left, I got Mark sitting in the chair.
Right.
The EP sitting in the other chair to my right. Chris running the board. Saying I have no idea where she went, but maybe she went to go get our guest.
I don't know that I could name anybody in New Edition.
Seriously?
At all.
I just named two.
I know.
Repeat those.
Bobby Brown and somebody.
Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant,
Already forgot.
Bill Biv DeVoe.
Already.
Yeah, you said New Edition, and my mind went automatically to NSYNC. Like, I was just thinking of a different era. Like,
Yeah. You know, this is weird because I can't hear you guys like I usually do without the earphones. Even though, when was the last time we did a podcast without the headphones?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
You just need to talk loud like the Mexicans you are.
Jeez.
All right.
What?
Shots fired.
I know. It's
But again, Jose,
race baiter.
thank you for being here.
We're all
Glad you could take the time to
Mexican,
do
not
it. Mark,
racist.
you too.
I didn't say racist. I said
Mark,
race
I'm
baiter.
talking to you.
I know. Sorry.
All right, but yeah, so here we are set up. The last time we were here was episode number 103, which was, if you think about it,
Wait, hold on.
103,
You mean,
what?
You mean here? Or
the last time we were here was a year ago.
50? No, holy shit.
Yeah,
dude.
because think about it.
About
There's 53
54
weeks in a year.
We're at episode 151.
Yeah, this is episode 151.
Wait, what did you just say?
So there's 53 weeks or 52.
52 weeks.
52. 52 weeks.
He
in
said
a year.
54.
I
thought
did
you
say
said 50.
54.
What?
But
52
no, so
weeks.
this is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna have to say it's not as hot. Hot as it was the last time.
Well, we're
Yeah,
midday. It's like
we
it's
can go
almost
ahead
7. It's like
All
when
right,
the
here
sun
comes
is.
Let's go ahead and have our guests sitting in the chairs.
Come on in, Joe.
Hey.
Yeah, get yourself set up.
Oi.
Mr. Joe Quinn, how
Okay.
are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. How's
We're
everybody doing?
We are sitting here with Big Daddy
There we go.
himself at his fireworks, and Big Daddy's fireworks, right here on 614 Reynolds Avenue.
That's it.
Joe, how long have you been at this spot?
We've been here 3 years. Been doing this whole mess about 35 years.
Man,
Good times.
good times, yeah. And is Mr. Artie going to be able to show?
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be. I called him. He was taking his son to his baby mama drama house. You know how that all goes. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. Gotta-
And which he owns the what is it? The 403 Club right next door
Yep.
to the spot right
Yep.
here.
He's
the
the biggest pinball bar
yeah.
in the city, so he does well with it.
How's Strawberry Hill been? Because
Strawberry Hill's-
concrete's up here, right?
Yep, I got a concrete company at 405 North 6th Street at a truck line up there. So the hill's popping pretty good. There's a lot of new businesses coming in.
Yeah.
No offense to yuppies out there, but the yuppies are trying to come in and take over Strawberry Hill, which is good.
Do you guys do anything for those where they shut down the street?
Yeah, the third Fridays. We actually the third Friday in June we passed out free snappers to the kids.
Oh, cool.
And gave away flyers and some free T-shirts and stuff like that for everybody involved. Trying to get drum some business up. And we've actually received back probably 15, 20 of those flyers in the first 4 days here. So it's gone good.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Gone good so far.
We got some family that lives up here, but you always just hear of more and more happening over this way. So
For sure. Lots more stuff popping. Everybody.
and with not too long ago, Slaps won a couple awards for their
Did they?
barbecue too,
Oh,
and
wow.
that brought a lot of people down
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
I haven't had Slaps in a while. Yeah.
Well, like last year's American Royal, I think they won chicken.
Okay. Is
Which
that
I mean,
what it
that's
is?
the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
If you, I mean,
You said they won what now?
They won chicken.
Oh, the chicken,
in the American
really?
Royal, yeah, like best chicken overall. I mean,
Man.
I mean everything they got there is good.
Yeah.
So,
I just saw a golf cart drive by.
that's probably Big Z. He's got to stand up the street. So
Oh, okay.
He drives around on a golf cart hanging out.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
There's no bad blood. No, with the competing
Nah.
fireworks stands
That's,
nearby.
Zach Ontiveros. I actually helped him get in business about 20 years ago. He used to come and buy from me, and he would resell it out of his the garage at his house.
So,
You know, we
really?
kinda
So
went
how did you feel about that? I mean,
Well,
you make your money,
I
and
make my money. You know, I help everybody. At one time, heck, I had 8 or 9 stands, and you know, I'd go around and help everybody, and I'd sell them their product cheaper so that everybody could make a little bit of money off. If you make a little bit of money off of everybody, you don't got to kill just one person. You know, you know, you're not trying to.
How deep does it go? Do you have like a? Do you just get from a distributor? Or do you go straight to the factories? Like, how do you get?
No, I'm not going nowhere near China.
I was about to say you gotta go straight from the source.
But like, do you have a good connect?
Yeah. I got real good distributors. Winco Products out in Grandview, Missouri, and then Fireworks Over America, which is out in Odessa.
Yeah.
Now they have a front room also, a storeroom where they sell the product there.
Oh, okay,
but they
okay.
got a big back warehouse that's got about 45 truck bays on it.
Man.
That's their wholesale part. So you got to have a retail license from Kansas City, Kansas, in order to buy at the wholesale distributor price.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I've always wondered about that because, like, anytime you drive, especially like out of town, once you leave Kansas, you go through Missouri or even deeper parts of Kansas. There's
All year.
but there's always those stores that are just sitting there. The Black Cat stores. They're just, you see a big warehouse full of them. Like, is anybody actually going in there off season? Like, they got a week to sell everything. So I'm just like, is anybody in there working?
So the crazy part, the ones in Missouri, I think they man them on the weekend. You know, as you go out I-70 and stuff, and they for sure man them during special occasions like, you know, Chiefs Super Bowl stuff like that. Which I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, you don't know shit about that.
This year, we're gonna do it. Yeah, this is the
All right,
year.
we'll have to get some cowboy fireworks.
Yeah, your hat's pretty close to having a Cowboy star on it.
Yeah, I told him that last time. I said I like the Cowboy Star right Big Daddy.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah, so I think that like, you know, special occasions, New Year's Eve and stuff like that.
Live
What's up, McCoy? How are you?
at
Doing
Big Daddy's fireworks stand.
They open up then during that time to sell for it. So, and in all actuality, the state of Kansas legislator just passed a law where Kansas can be open year round.
What, really?
If you have a brick and mortar building, you have to have a building.
To sell
It's got to
out
be fire approved and all that other crap, so that you can sell in Kansas year round.
Now, you buy and sell. Do you yourself do any displays? Are you certified in any of that?
No. We had talked about it at one time, but then once you go get your pyro license, then they really come inspect you a lot. They can come to your house at any time, look through all your stuff, and you know, you have to shoot so much and then take so much back. I mean, it's really a pretty regulated industry as far as professional pyro shows go. Now we'll blow up a whole bunch of stuff here the night of the 4th, but it's really a highly regulated industry on that end.
Oh, wow.
I have a
like
question.
Big oil, there's big fireworks apparently.
Yeah, it is. There's.
So do you make a list of all of the items you want to buy, or how do you inventory? What do you do to go about doing that?
So every year at the end of it, like we'll go back 2 or 3 times and pick up more stuff. And then the following year, the companies we buy from send us a list of what we bought the previous year.
Okay.
Cool.
So then they'll also send us a list, and they have shoots when new product gets introduced, stuff like that. So we'll cut out some stuff that was, say, you know, it didn't sell so fast or whatever, and we all kind of watch over that and see. Like if this one ain't selling, then we're not buying this one next year. We cut it out. We put in a new product.
Okay.
So
Now, is that the first stuff you blow up?
the shit
stuff
that didn't sell? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
test it out a little bit.
Yeah,
but
there's a couple of them, and you know we shoot off every night right out here in the street.
Oh, okay.
Just simply because you get new product in, so you want to shoot it so that you know what
What it does, so
it
you can
does,
sell it.
so you
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
people
Yeah.
with it.
You know, that'd be cool. I don't know if they have such a thing, but that'd be cool to go like symposiums where they show new product, like actually like new style fireworks,
Do they have like conventions?
That's what I'm
Vegas
wondering, yeah.
conventions of-
So I believe they do, but what you're talking about, they do fireworks shoots in April and in May at their warehouses and stuff like that. So you go out there, take a lawn chair, sit out in their parking lot, and they announce what it is. They give you a program guide, and they say like, this is dancing butterfly number LMNOP, and they shoot it off, and you can grade it or write notes and say
Everybody
this
holds
was-
up a number.
Yeah.
Judge it.
All right, so
9.2, 9.1.
what sold you on The Godfather?
The Godfather is strictly the name. Everybody wants to be a gangster.
Right.
Everyone loves the movie, loves the name.
Yeah, you don't have to sell The Godfather; it sells itself.
Yeah.
You know, there's everybody just wants, and it's the biggest and baddest fireworks. So, ego is there for everybody. They want to outdo their neighbor. You know,
Yeah.
their neighbor got a box of fireworks this big. They want to bring the Godfather out and show them. That's how I
Well,
roll.
you know what?
So how
Speaking
many
of
do
the
you s-
Godfather, we gave one away last year, which is pretty awesome, right? And in this year, I think you're giving them away because I think if people show up at 10:01, we could get them for $200.
$199.
Okay,
$199.
$199 if we show up. If we buy it at 10:01.
10:01 p.m. 10:01
So
p.m.
how many people have done this? What's
A lot of them tried. Many of them
Yeah.
have failed.
Okay, so the story is he closes at 10 o'clock, so you can't sell it. So if you don't mind, you want to tell us what happened earlier?
Yeah, we made I made a crazy Facebook post and said on there that at Godfather's at 10:01 p.m. or $199. People started blowing me up. They're like, I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it.
Save me one.
A lady sat outside the parking lot here, and we closed down at 10 o'clock, and she come running in and said she was here for the 10:01 deal. And I'm like, man, we close at 10. I can't sell nothing at 10:01. She said, I came all the way from F&O Laser. That shit ain't funny. And she was pretty upset.
That sounds pretty funny.
We had another one come from Tonganoxie, and I'm like, obviously you guys don't know me. And
Right.
we also put a disclaimer on the page that said we close at 10 p.m.
Right.
So we're
Sounds like
already
good marketing.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
yes.
because that video got 11,000 views on that video, and we ended up with I probably got 50 or 60 phone calls, text messages. Is that for real? Is that for hell? No, it ain't for real. But it got you talking about it.
Yep. So how many do you decide to purchase and sell every season? Does it
So-
go up every year?
Yeah,
or what
it does normally. You know, it just kind of depends. Also, they'll call us. That's a product they make in house. So if they don't make a lot of them, then that increases the demand. So then I buy more of them. But yeah,
Okay.
this year we got. I don't know if we got 65 or 75 in, and we've got 15 left. So
15 left.
15 left. Yeah,
They've
we've already been. I don't want to say we had 75. So
Wow,
we've
you sold
we've
that
been
many
through 60
already?
of them in 4 days. Yeah, it's been kind of slow.
It's probably like $100K in profit.
He said that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Do you have
Yeah, I
any
see a whole
customers
bunch of 'em.
that have been coming all 35 years?
Man, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
It surely seems like a lot. You see the same people over and over. The good thing, my partner is my Uncle Mike, and he's a KCK fireman, so we have
okay.
tons of firemen that come in, stuff like that. So it's been, so he's been my partner for probably 30 years. I've been doing it 35.
Firemen buying fireworks sounds like an inside job.
Pretty much. Yeah, they're the biggest pyros you'll meet. Firemen, they set more fires than anybody.
They know the number to put it out.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
Right.
I just saw a TikTok video of I'm guessing it was a fireman who he had his gear on, and he had this something that was homemade, and he lit it up, and he was like shooting a can. It looked like he was holding this thing, and he was like do 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 do. I mean, it was pretty cool, but he had the fire gear on because
I'd be lying if he did what every kid wants to do.
right.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like when you take the what are the Roman candles? You just tape like 4 of them to your forearm, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
Like
and
your
then
Iron Man.
Hold them out and blast them.
There's that other video where there's a kid who he's being shown how to light one, or it goes off about after the 4th one. Then Dad walks away, and then all of a sudden he's just now he takes off running,
Yeah.
shooting it into the crowd, and everybody's going on
I've
crazy.
seen that there's also the one with the grandma they do for the grandma. She does it, but then she starts aiming at all the people.
Or that video.
Yeah.
Terry?
Yeah,
Terry
backing
in the
up Terry.
wheelchair.
He's stuck. He's trying to put him in reverse.
Well, the crazy thing, there was a firework warehouse out in California that blew up yesterday.
No.
It was on video. There was an actual news helicopter. It caught on fire. News helicopter was up above it, filming it, and then it rolled and caught the big stuff. I mean, blew the top of it out. I mean, it was shooting all out of the building. That's pretty wild.
That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know hopefully no one's in the building, but that's like the dream scenario. It's like that one chain reaction and then everything goes off.
Yeah. The only bad drawback was it was during the daytime. If it would have been at night, it'd have been even cooler.
Think of those big rolls of black cats out. Like, there's a point where, like, okay, this isn't fun anymore, and now you just got to deal with it. Imagine that for a whole warehouse.
Well,
I don't know how long
surprising.
that fire went on, but it went. I mean, I imagine it went a while.
Shoot, it almost probably started a second fire that took over California.
Yeah. That's what. Well, and we were talking to Mikey about it, and that's what he said. He goes, they what do they call that? Spray and contain. They just set the pumpers up on all four corners of the building. Just spray water out over the top of it, hoping that the embers don't go out and catch another thing on fire.
I'm pretty sure most of the West Coast I thought was like no fireworks.
Yeah,
Well, you would think they had. It's pretty dry.
That's what I'm saying,
especially
yeah.
after all those
but it
fires.
was a manufacturer. I don't know. You know, they were building them there. It was a warehouse there. And I don't know. Maybe it wasn't in California, but I just know it was a fireworks warehouse. I'll have to ask Tommy. He knows a little bit better.
I just need us to get to the point where these fireworks can, start making shapes. That's all I want. Is just shapes in the sky made of fire. That's the dream. Like we see in the cartoons.
The big Chinese ones, they do those. I mean, you'll see some go up in the air and go out into a star or out into a circle and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what's really cool nowadays. The drones. You've seen those. Drone shows are probably better than, I don't want to say this, better than fireworks, but
If they could somehow integrate the two where one goes off, but then the drones turn on their lights and then make a shape to fake it, I'd go for that.
Yeah. We actually got a drone firework. I don't know what it does yet. We just got it in this year, so we're shooting a new one off. It works out pretty good.
So you have it, but you haven't sold any, or you just have one?
No,
that
we've
you're
sold the
gonna
crap
try?
out of them.
Really?
I haven't shot one yet. So
Well, maybe before this night is over
yeah,
for us,
we'll shoot some off and
That'd
see
be
what
cool.
go out
happens.
there in the street and shoot something off.
That's it.
I'd like to see a record if it could too. I want to see the angle of the firework and then what it looks like. I want to be in the firework. I want
Well,
to be in it.
Didn't somebody make a video like that? Where
They taped the camera.
you
GoPro?
have there's a firework display going on, and then somehow they were able to record
in the sky.
over
Probably
above,
a drone.
above a shoot
Okay.
down in that angle.
Really?
Not
Yeah,
good
yeah,
with
I
this
think I've seen
Interesting.
something like that. That's
Huh.
pretty cool. Yeah, but Joe, what was anything crazy back in the day before you even started doing this?
Just kind of my love of fireworks has got me, is why I started doing it. I did this for a couple of years by myself, kind of with my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And then took 2 years off from selling fireworks. 1 year I went to Amigos and played in the Glowworm tournament with the Amigos.
Okay.
San Antonio and played in the Glowworm tournament, which was a big tournament over 4th of July. Then the following year I was here home and spent $700-800 in fireworks myself. And that was 34 years ago.
Yeah, but
That's
like
a lot of money.
well,
Yeah.
has inflation increased in terms of fireworks since then?
Tons. Yeah, you could buy, 100 pack of fireworks back then for a quarter.
Jesus.
100 pack of firecrackers now cost you $3.
Was it always Big Daddy's fireworks?
Yeah, it was. We were at 18th in Minnesota, and this chubby little black kid from across the street come over, and he just started calling us Big Daddy. Who's a Big Daddy around here? I guess I am. What do you need? He bring his change over every day and buy something every day. So
Yeah.
Big Daddy just kind of stuck from there. So
You know what?
that's just
There's
what it's.
right actually on 67th and Neiman. There's a Big Daddy right there. I was like, what the heck?
It's a
What's
Fat
going on?
Daddy.
You're right.
His
Fat
name is
Daddy.
Fat
that's right.
Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, you done scoped
He knows
that
all
out.
the daddies. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
making sure.
Fat
Yeah,
Daddy.
there's a lot of pretenders, but only one contender.
Yeah.
Over in Argentina, I think there's a Big Poppies too.
Big puppy.
Oh yeah, but that's a junkyard.
I was like,
So how do you decide every year what you're going to dress as? Because Santa Claus this year,
Yeah,
and
well,
Ric Flair, and
It just happens.
Just
it just
happens?
happens. Yeah, a lot of sometimes a lot of alcohol and bad decisions come out of those videos, but we have a good time with them.
Marketing.
So, yeah, oh yeah,
all
it draws
marketing.
people in. You know, the Ric Flair and dropping bombs coming out of the toilet. There was
Right.
That was cool.
just
That-
kind of came off of that one there.
The Ric Flair was pretty cool, man. But if you had a blonde wig, Joe, that would have
Yeah.
been even better.
Well, and then
Two claps in, woo! Yeah.
So then yesterday we had a friend of my daughter's. She has petting goats, so she brought them up here, and they were running around here we had a couple goats running around for an hour
Yeah.
or two for little kids to go pet and
That's
stuff.
cool.
So
fireworks stand / petting zoo.
yeah, we called it goats and hose. Yeah, it was a good time. So just try to have fun with it, whatever you do.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, make it fun for everybody that's working here. Make it fun for people that stop in. You know, I got a lot of people I only see once a year, and
Yeah.
that's right here during
when they
these 6
come
days.
to see you, yeah.
so is this a business that makes good profit, or
But
do
you know,
you
it
do
does
this
all right.
because
Surely you make money at it, otherwise we wouldn't. You know, you wouldn't do it every year. Unfortunately, the city makes it harder and harder every year to get a license, to keep your license. So many rules and regulations that are just ridiculous. You know, it's $1,000 for a license for 6 days, whereas I have a concrete company and it's $170 for a license for a whole year. So it's crazy,
yeah, that is
crazy.
Have you
Listen-
seen any years? Yeah.
Pop it.
Have you seen any years that were not good? Like, have you ever had one of those years? Rain
Or made you question the next year.
That's true, yeah.
You know, you run into a couple here and there, but overall, our people normally come out
Okay.
and buy no matter what, because we take good care of them on pricing, on service. You walk in here, we give you a snow cone, we give you a bottle of water, a beer, whatever you need. But it's so our people normally come out no matter what. As long as it's not like just monsoon raining for 3 days, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
There was a time I remember. I don't know if it was like 15 years ago, but there was like 3 years in a row that it just rained.
Just rained on the
Yeah,
fourth.
it just rained on the 4th.
We've had a couple, only 2 years that I can recall that they let us stay open on the 5th in order to sell the product out that we didn't sell when it rained so bad.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
yes, you are correct.
Now, you got any whales? Like, you got any guys that they're gonna spend $1,000 every year?
Yeah, you know, normal families, they'll come in and they're spending good money, but back in the good old days, there used to be quite a few more fellas in the pharmaceutical distribution business. So they had a lot of excess cash to blow up.
Yeah.
And they would come in and they would, I had several of them and they were good for $5,000 to $8,000 every trip in. Just
All right, let me ask you a don't incriminate yourself question.
Incriminate yourself,
Where
Jeff.
do people? I feel like when we were kids, people would show up and be like, "I got a quarter stick of dynamite." Like, where the hell are they even getting that from? These distributors? Do they got a little stash? Or
yeah, I mean, you can make your own. You buy them from people that make them.
I don't know if I
I
trust.
haven't-
People, I don't know if I trust people that make their own.
I can say I haven't sold one in 15 years until whenever the bomb squad and ATF and FBI wanted to come talk to me, so then I quit selling them.
Oh,
That was when I retired from that. But
most of
before
them are
that-
homemade. Then?
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
they're well, you want to say homemade? I mean, they may be
I mean,
being
well-made, but-
well made in a factory or in a factory setting, even in somebody's house.
Yeah.
We did a couple years make our own. Pretty sketchy. Didn't like it at
Didn't
all.
feel good.
Yeah. You got to put down static-free plastic and all kinds of other shit, and you can blow yourself
You
up
don't
at
want
any
a spark.
time. Yeah, no, it wasn't for me. But we did it a couple years just out of necessity. But
Yeah. Do you have a 4th of July memory that just sticks to your head? I mean, I'm sure all of these, because I know you're usually selling fireworks.
yeah,
You know, I mean, is there one that really sticks out to you that?
The one I got arrested on.
That's the
bad-
one-
that sticks out every year. Try not
Okay.
to do that again.
Okay.
But
That's right.
no, you know, I mean, we've had some close calls. Like we used to shoot, 4 and 5 inch mortars out of tubes, and my uncle Jimmy would shoot them, and he put one in upside down once and blew his shoe off his foot.
Oh my gosh.
Just all the dumb
How
shit.
close was that? Why was he so close?
No, he drops it in the tube.
Yeah, and
and
then
then the propulsion takes it out.
Yeah.
Well, that propulsion went down.
Oh, okay.
And then he took off running when he realized it. One time it blew the sole off his shoe. Fuck, it was hilarious.
What about the time? Do you think there should be a curfew of like when stop popping fireworks at the end of the night? Because some places you can go
controversial.
till 2 in the morning, huh?
Yeah, there is actually the cutoff time is
There
11
is.
o'clock at night.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why we used to could sell until 11.
Mm-hmm.
But they made a law we had to stop selling at 10 because it's like, why would you sell them something at 11 o'clock if you can't shoot it off
Right.
at
Oh.
11 o'clock?
Thanks to
So that's why they make us close at 10. So
Topeka?
anytime after 11,
That's where laws are
if
made.
you shoot off, they can
Oh, I
write you a
guess so.
ticket.
Oh, they can?
Yeah,
Oh.
they can write you a ticket.
That team, you might as well make it the full day, midnight, 4th
Yeah,
of July.
I mean, you would think because they're shooting them off all night long
I know,
anyhow.
right?
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
And I say that too because, I mean, our dog is okay with fireworks, but there's lots of pets that go crazy with these fireworks.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know it makes families,
Well, and actually in Kansas City, Kansas, you can technically only shoot fireworks off for 3 days. July 2nd, July 3rd, and July 4th. So, even though we're open for 6 days,
Uh-huh.
the ones you buy on the first 3 days, if you go home and shoot them, they can write you a ticket
they could,
for it.
oh, okay.
They really could. It's far and few between that they do.
Right,
But
yeah,
if you
yeah,
show
yeah.
up and you're an asshole to the cop, he's going to write you a ticket.
Yeah.
But you know,
yeah.
I don't think I've ever met anybody or known anybody that. Here we go. Uncle Mike, there we go. That has said that they've been issued a ticket or citation or something because of popping fireworks too early. You know?
Yeah, I don't know
is
that
it
I've
really
known
a
anyone
thing,
either.
or it's just something that just
Just
yeah. You know, I'm hoping that these people that you pissed off, Joe, this 1001 that you don't see, later on you don't see these arrows coming from different spots of this, trying to hit inside this.
well,
tent.
and then I had another guy show up earlier today coming for the deal, and he said, I'm here for the Godfather deal at 1001. I'm like, oh, it's all, man, we sold them all out. That was yesterday's promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the only ones that were really mad were them two ladies one was from Olathe and one was from Tonganoxie. They were hostile.
That's a long way.
That was like
No,
40
Yeah,
minutes.
That guy from Olathe was going to whoop my ass.
You've been doing this a while. Have you seen any sort of rise or decline in people shooting guns on the 4th? I feel like that used to be a thing. Maybe it's scaled back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it probably scaled quite a bit, actually. My problem with those dumbasses are about half of them just shoot it up in the air.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
And
straight
it's
up
like,
in there.
That shit's got to come down somewhere.
Right.
And that's
Man.
a bad thing. Oh, that's a really bad thing. If you're at least if you're shooting fireworks, they're designed to go up, pop, and they're coming back down.
Yeah.
Bullets are coming back down too. That's a really bad spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not good.
So buy fireworks instead.
Absolutely. Always buy fireworks.
Big Daddy's
buy them here at
Fireworks.
Big Daddy's Fireworks too, 614 Reynolds Avenue.
Okay, hang
That's
on.
the
I'm
place
gonna have
to
you
be.
do that again. I'm gonna put it go live
Go
What's that?
live where? On Facebook?
on Facebook. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, buy fireworks instead of shooting guns. Big Daddy's Fireworks, 614 Reynolds Avenue, Kansas City, Kansas. That's the place to be.
We
Always.
are live here at Big Daddy's Fireworks.
That's it.
How many Godfathers do you have left?
We're down to 15 Godfathers. We had 75 to start with. We sold out 60 of them already. $499.99. That's a bargain. That's the last price. They're going out quick. We ought to be gone with them by tomorrow. So if you want one, get here fast.
15 left.
Yeah, if anybody out there wants to do a crazy ass trick in the street for us, maybe give
Yeah,
one
we'll
away.
see what we can do.
Yeah.
Where's old Tony Hurley at?
Oh, man.
Hey, Murphy. Oh, we employee of the year over here.
What about What about Johnny Dare? Where's he been?
Well, I haven't seen him yet this year.
Because I know you used to give him some stuff to give away.
he gave away
which
quite a bit.
We felt pretty honored that we were able to give away something. And so was 98.9 The Rock.
Yeah,
they gave something away. So I was
they
like,
did
hell
pretty
yeah.
good.
We're
Basically
up there
the
with
same
big
thing.
guys.
Yeah, pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
I think a lot
up.
of people mention, Mario Garcia and Johnny Dare in the same breath.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks.
As far as the entertainers go.
Okay, thanks.
Legacy and impact. Yeah.
Yeah, but no Johnny Dare. You haven't seen
No,
him.
I haven't
You haven't
seen
heard.
him yet this year. Actually, I seen him maybe a couple weeks back over at Artie's place at the
okay.
403 Club with the pinball
Man,
machines.
I felt so bad after when they let him go.
Yeah,
And the guy's been doing it forever, and then they just let him go.
No, we don't.
But
No, we don't. Yeah, no, yeah, that was a bum deal. I don't know. I don't know any details of it. That's high finance, obviously, with 5 guys on a production crew. Then they got rid of him and put the Church of Laszlo on there with just 2 dudes on there.
I know,
So
right? Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Man,
He's coming.
who we got coming over here?
I got coming over here. This is Coach Tony Hurla. He's been here with us for 5 or 6 years. This year's Employee of the Year. He's been
All right.
working hard last couple years. Okay, get on in there.
Hurla. I know that last name. Is that the same
hello.
family?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad is Dennis Hurla. He was,
The baseball coach?
yeah, he was the head coach of Bishop Ward
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Okay,
Yeah, they won
okay,
10
yeah.
state championships while he was there. So
Yeah.
that's my dad.
Okay.
Okay, so did you play?
I did.
Anita? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to Shawnee Mission Northwest High School. I didn't go to Ward. Then I
okay.
played college ball at Ottawa.
Okay.
And then I'm a college baseball coach now, and my dad coaches with me at Kansas
Nice.
Christian College.
Okay.
Yeah, so baseball running in the blood.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever try any men's fast pitch?
I never got in the men's fast pitch game. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
hasn't talked you into it yet?
Yeah.
Joe's retired.
Joe-
it
Joe's
hurts.
done now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hurts too bad for Joe.
Hey,
Well, that's why we got to get the young ones, right? we
Yeah,
got to talk
man.
them into it.
I did get into the men's league baseball game for a little while.
okay.
Over there, it's not Mid America Sports Complex
Oh, yeah, yeah,
anymore,
yeah.
but
Oh, really?
Uh,
The one off of Johnson Drive?
right, the
What is
two-
it called now?
I believe Perfect Game bought that
Yeah.
whole facility now.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh.
game
Is that
baseball.
right?
Yeah.
Did
So
not know that. I thought it was still under Mid America.
yeah, so I used to play some men's league baseball over there. But,
Okay.
Yeah,
How about any slow pitch?
I'm going to play a game here tonight.
Oh,
here
are you
shortly.
really?
Yeah. So getting the interview in right now, and then I got to
that's
go
cool.
over to
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Penn Valley, the fields right there below
Oh, yeah.
the World War II monument.
Yeah.
So
we-
yeah.
we,
So
we
we
have good memories
all
there.
play a lot
Games
of
there.
fast pitch.
Being fireworks, that we're talking about fireworks, because we won a championship game in one of the
Awesome.
fast pitch tournaments, and then it was the same night, and they were blowing up.
It used to be the Angels had the Angels used to have their
Memorial Day weekend.
Day weekend tournament, and
Yeah.
they would always shoot them off at the
Yeah.
Memorial there too.
And it was perfect timing. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they were
Yeah,
coming
it was.
down right
Yeah,
in.
it was. We had a championship game, and while the game was going on, the fireworks were going off.
Yeah.
You could see
was
everything
so
just
cool,
coming.
yeah.
The trash was coming down onto the
Yeah.
field while we were sitting there. We couldn't hear each other talk.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
yeah.
That was a really
That's
cool
awesome.
moment.
Yeah, because they're real close over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Those fields are real close. I got to go talk to a couple people. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Go ahead, Coach.
All right.
Tell him, Tony Hurla is Employee of the Year this year because he's the only one showed up on time every day.
So did you
Thank you, Joe.
start work? When did you start working here?
Would have been, I think, 2021. This is my 5th year helping out with the stand. So Joe's daughter, Sasha,
Okay.
is my girlfriend.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got tied into the
Yeah.
family business. But it's always fun, and I know a lot of the people that they know. Obviously, I'm a Wyandotte County
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
myself, so it's fun seeing all the people come through here. Every
Yeah.
year, this time of year, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then your dad, the history there at Bishop Ward,
Right.
and I have friends who work for the school as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you have
and,
nephews that played on his winning
And
teams.
yeah,
too.
actually, nephews, the Garcias, they got to play on the
Jaime.
championship teams.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Garcia. He
Yeah.
played
No,
there.
not a
He's
Matt
different.
Garcia. It was Jaime
Jaime,
and
Dominic.
Dominic.
Dominic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt must be a different Garcia, Matt. But
Okay.
yeah, Jaime was a phenomenal player.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I remember him well. Well,
Yeah.
all those guys were good players. So,
Yeah.
so many good memories out there. The
Yes.
state tournaments every year. It was,
Yeah. So
But
how
yet
much
you went to
old-
Northwest?
I did. Yeah. So my mom and dad were divorced when I was 4,
Uh-huh.
and she lived in Johnson County,
Okay.
obviously, so I went to Northwest. And
Yeah.
good story. So I begged my mom for a couple years to let me go and play at Bishop Ward to play for my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, going into my junior year, she says, "Okay, you can do it." And
Oh,
I'm
cool.
practicing with the football team. I'm enrolled at Ward. I stopped to get gas at 63rd and State Avenue, right by the old Walmart.
Okay.
There's that gas station still
Yeah.
there today. They've
Yeah.
remodeled it a little bit now. I put like $3 of gas in there, and I turn around and a guy pulls a gun, says, "Let me get them keys."
Oh.
And
No
I was 16
way.
years old. And I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
He took it. It was a purple Dodge Neon, and he goes over the median. All 4 hubcaps go spraying off of it. And I'm like, oh
Jeez.
my goodness! You know,
Yeah.
they actually found it at the bottom of an empty swimming pool.
Jeez.
No way.
With asphalt, like brick chunk rocks like this thrown through all the windows. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what it was, like a gang initiation or something,
Something,
you know,
right.
something wild like that. But yeah, very crazy circumstance for that to happen, and then it changed the dynamic.
And you
My
said,
guess I'm
mom
going
said-
back. Guess I'm going back over
Northwest.
Right. So I was still hanging out all the time on the weekends with all of my Bishop Ward family friends, but
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't going to school there like
Yeah.
like we had planned. But you know, everything happens for a reason. It all
Okay.
worked
Okay.
out.
So now we got to backtrack. What kind of car was this?
A Dodge Neon.
What color?
It was like purplish blue. I don't know if you remember them, but it kind of had
Like they
a
would change.
yeah, it looked kind of blue, but it
Uh-huh.
also looked kind of purple. It was a unique paint job that there were several that had. You
Yeah.
see them, you know, kind of going
Mm-hmm.
around. But yeah, it was kind of purplish blue. You know, I wasn't real picky about my car back then. I was
Right.
just happy to have something to drive.
So how did you get this car? Was it something you
Uh,
bought, a gift?
Yeah,
What?
we purchased it. I can't remember if we purchased it at auction, like a salvage auction. 'Cause
Yeah.
We used to do that a lot back in the day, with my mom's side of the family.
Okay.
So I can't remember if it was that or if we just bought it used from somebody, one way or the other. It was
Okay.
something along those lines.
How long did you have it before it was taken from you?
Oh, a couple years. I want to say it wasn't my first car. I had it about a year, a little more than a year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we salvaged it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got it back. You know, the motor mounts, it had ripped away from the transmission on all the motor mounts because
Wow.
it was in the bottom of that pool.
Wow.
But we got it back, and my cousin actually rebuilt it, and he kept it for like 5-6 more years and drove it for a long time.
Yeah.
It ended up being a really reliable car for him.
So what was your car right after that?
Let's
Do you
see.
remember?
I want to say it was a Kia Optima, I believe, that we bought it new, and I had that for a while after that. Yeah, if I remember right. I think that was the next car. I know I had that one for a while. I can't remember if there was one in between, but I had that car for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dang, that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Oh, keys are in the couple.
Oh,
Sorry. Ain't nobody gonna take that truck.
That is.
that's my truck. I don't know what happened. What happened to me?
Speaking of cars getting stolen.
So
Yeah,
did
but-
you ever get to play for your dad?
I did American Legion ball. I played every summer with my dad.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
during the
okay.
summer. So I played a lot down at Ward, and we traveled around.
Oh, okay.
American Legion used to be a lot bigger back in the day, summertime baseball, than it is now. It's still big in some of the not so populated states, the
Yeah.
smaller towns. You know, they still have a World Series and everything during the summer. But yeah, I played with them during the summer and growing
What
up.
what
so.
position did you play?
Mostly outfield and catcher. Was
Wow, that's-
primarily
that's-
what. Yeah,
yeah.
I played a little bit of infield when I was younger, but as I got older and went into college, outfield and catcher was the primary positions.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you play all 4 years at Ottawa?
I did. And
Nice,
then
okay.
I got the opportunity after Ottawa. One of our assistant coaches had played in Germany. And so he gave me the opportunity to go over and play professionally in Germany
Oh,
for a year, which
wow.
was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
What an
Had
experience.
Had a great time over there. I played for a year. They were in the second highest league when I was over there playing that year, and we did well. We actually qualified for the top league the following year because they do the promotion and the relegation over there.
Okay.
And so they got promoted into the top league the following year.
Oh, wow.
And a couple years later, when I was coaching at St. Mary, I sent one of my players over there to play and went in the top league, and he did really well. So kind of a cool experience. I got to see a lot of Europe and,
Nice.
you know, be around
Now,
a
so
lot.
how old were you when you did that?
I was a little bit older because a couple years out of high school, I didn't go to college. I started college when I was 20,
Oh.
20 and 21. And
Okay.
then, so I was 24, 25 when I went over to Germany. That's when I got my bachelor's degree and went over there. Then I came back to Ottawa, got my master's degree there, and
Okay.
coached there as a graduate assistant.
Oh, you did? Uh-huh.
Then I went to St. Mary and coached there.
How
for
long were you at St. Mary?
7 years. Yeah,
Oh,
coached
wow.
there
So
up
we're
in
talking
Leavenworth.
St. Mary University in
Yeah,
Leavenworth.
that's
Yep, up in
that's where I
Leavenworth.
went. That's
Okay.
my alma mater.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
awesome. Yeah, used all women until 1988, which
Yes.
was, and the sisters still run. Sister
So
Diane is still the president.
Is she?
She is. Yeah.
So it was all women, but I think men were already on campus just commuting.
Okay.
It wasn't until 88 when they actually got to live on campus.
Live on campus. Okay.
Because I went in 89, and so it
Awesome.
was fresh. It was
Yeah.
just new
Yeah.
with the guys being on campus. From
Very
what I
cool.
understand, yeah.
Right.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, I was there, and then I started the program at Kansas Christian College the year of COVID. 2019-20 was our first year, and
Okay.
we got
Where
shut
is
down.
that at?
It's at 74th and Metcalf, which is over in Overland Park. It used to be called Kansas City College and Bible School, so it's been there a
Okay.
very long time.
Huh.
And we started baseball there in 1920. We practice and play at the Royals Urban Youth Academy,
Oh,
which
okay.
is down there in 18th
Yep.
and Paseo, the 18th and Vine
Yeah, yeah,
district. Yeah. And we actually host our World Series there as well. National
Oh.
Christian College Athletic Association.
Okay.
We've held the World Series there the last 4 years. We have 2 more on contract.
Oh,
Okay, so
nice.
they've really done up that area with like ball fields
They
and
have.
whatnot, right?
Yeah, they really improved the area.
Yeah. How many baseball fields are there down there? Is it
There's 4 outdoor fields.
Okay.
2 are full size, and then 1 is like a little league field, and then the other field is a softball field. So it has a dirt infield, turf outfield, but all the other fields are all turf.
okay?
And then the indoor facility is very nice, and they have it's a full turf infield, like what would be on the outdoor field is inside, and 4 batting cages, a weight room upstairs,
Wow.
all kinds of developmental equipment in there. So it's really cool. They do a lot of programming, try to get the inner city youth. It's all free, so trying to get them opportunity
Which
to
is
learn
amazing.
and grow baseball in those areas. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
Well, what do you think about this whole baseball turf? I mean, you grew up on dirt, right?
Yeah. Well, it's in this part of the country. It just helps you so much get the games in. That's the biggest thing. When the weather comes through, and
True.
it makes it a lot easier to play. It's a lot less work, to not
Yeah.
have to manicure the fields and
Yeah.
work on them
But
every
can
day.
that ball skip really fast off of that turf if
It's-
you're playing
it's-
third base or
It's a lot
something
different.
close?
Yeah, it's different. The way they have it now, it slows it down. It's not quite like the Astro turf back in the day where
Oh.
Right. That
it would
hard,
explode off that, and be
That
very
was almost
fast.
like cement pavement with just carpet.
Just a thin layer of carpet on
Oh,
it. Right.
okay.
So they've really developed, technologically, different
Yeah. Oh, okay.
styles of turf, different thickness and things
Okay.
like that.
I did not
So,
realize
yeah,
that.
So
Okay.
it kind of helps it be a little bit more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna guess it's probably thinner than what the fields are like on the soccer fields and whatnot, right?
Because the soccer fields have all, yeah.
Yeah, because
The turf.
They have that turf inside those little pebbles.
Right.
Is that
those
the same
are
on
those
the
are same thing.
same
yeah.
It
thing?
is?
Yeah,
Okay.
same thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Then it has to be really hot because it is on the soccer fields.
it gets very hot.
Yes.
Luckily, our season is in the spring, so it kind of gets hot in May, but
Yeah.
not super hot. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, playing June and July games on those turf fields, that has to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
have dreams to play in the major leagues?
Oh, like
Was
any
it?
kid,
Yeah.
I certainly wanted
So
to
you-
be a big leaguer, but I was pretty realistic too. As I got older, the writing was on the wall. It's not going to happen,
Yeah,
Right.
So
but you played it out. You
played it
just-
out. I did. I
Yeah.
got to go to Germany, which
Yeah,
I mean, not
right.
a lot of people get to do that.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
that was a great experience, and I knew pretty quick I wanted to be a coach. My dad was a coach. and
Right.
I really enjoyed the game. I really like the relationships and things that
Yeah.
that come with that. So everything worked out kind of.
Yeah, good. So so as of now, you and your dad still coach
together.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And how is the baseball program there at the school?
We've been excellent. We've
Yeah.
actually, our first year was COVID. We came back the year after COVID. We won our regional tournament. We went 24-9. We qualified
Okay.
for the World Series.
Nice. Okay.
And we've been to the World Series every year that we've
Really?
had a full year as a program.
Nice. Okay.
So it's gone really good, and really thankful for the way everything's played out. It's been great.
Yeah.
So you hope to stay there at Christian?
Really enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah, really enjoying it.
So dad is the head coach, and then you're the assistant, or you?
He's
or
my
the
assistant.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
So you're the head coach there.
A lot of people wouldn't believe that went to Bishop Ward and played for him, but
Yeah.
I make sure I tell everybody
Yes.
that he's my assistant.
Yes.
So, but his wisdom and experience and knowledge is invaluable.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
All right.
You
it's
know
a
what?
great assistant to have, but he does let me run things.
That's
He
good.
doesn't try to bully in and say, no, we need to do this and you do that. He
Yeah.
lets me, do things how I want to do them and tries to support that. So he does a great job.
I'm glad you're here with us to talk
Yeah.
about this, because I would actually like your dad to sit in with us and talk.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd have
We'll
to.
exchange some numbers, and maybe you talk to him and say, hey,
That'd be
you'd
awesome.
like to do,
I'm
ask
sure
him
he
if
has
you wanted to be
lots of stories.
Oh yeah,
Because-
a lot of
being-
good
Because
stories.
how
And then-
many championships does he have from Ward?
Well, he won 10 at Ward.
10
he was
at
there
Ward.
20 years. They
Okay.
played in the state championship game 14 of the 20 years he
Okay.
was there, and they won it 10 times. American Legion he did for 20 years before that,
Uh-huh.
and they won 7 American Legion
Okay.
state championships. He got inducted into the Kansas Baseball Hall of Fame
Oh, nice.
earlier this year.
Oh,
So,
okay.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
congrats
has
on that,
a
man. That's awesome.
great reputation around here.
Yeah,
so.
it's you guys' last name.
Right.
Hurley.
I know, that's what I
Hurley.
said.
I
I
know
recognize
that
that
name.
name.
Whoa, that's gotta be a coach. Gotta be, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No desire to go back to your Northwest and
I'd like
and
to
teach
stay in
at
the
high
college.
school?
I like
You
to stay in the college
yeah.
game. I enjoy it. Yeah, and kids are a little bit more mature.
Yes.
And, you have a little bit more freedom as a coach.
Right.
You don't have those kind of relationships that you
Yeah.
have to have with all the parents all the
I
time.
was going to
at the
say
high
that. Yeah,
school
you don't
level.
have the parents
Right.
involved. And,
So,
yeah.
kind of gets rid of that where you can just kind of focus on baseball.
Yes.
Which
Oh,
is nice.
good.
Do you
Yeah.
do you kind of peek into what Shawnee Mission Northwest is doing here lately?
I do. I follow him quite a
him?
bit. Coach Massat is their head coach now. He was my C team coach when
Oh,
I played there,
fun. Oh,
and so
okay.
he's stuck with
So
it.
he's stuck.
Yeah.
And, the head coach was Rich Kuzidum when I was there. He was
Okay.
there for a long time, and
Okay.
he had a lot of success there. He still stays around the program, and so yeah, I keep an eye on them.
So when you were there at Northwest, how were the baseball teams there?
We got third in state my senior year, so
Okay.
we did pretty good. They won a few state championships there in the years prior, and so pretty good.
Yeah,
for the
here
most
here
part.
lately, they've been a nice little powerhouse there in Shawnee Mission.
Yeah,
Basketball, football.
the head basketball coach actually also went to Ottawa when I went to Ottawa.
Really?
So
Oh.
I know him, from my time at Ottawa.
Uh-huh.
David Birch is his name. So.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
their success, back-to-back state championships. So
Okay,
really
Yep.
cool to see that. So
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I gotta get to this
I was gonna
softball
say,
game.
you got a softball
so
game,
I
right?
appreciate
Yeah,
you
that's
guys,
right.
having me
Yes.
on and talking to me for a while. But
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
thank you for
I'm gonna
being
head
here.
over to
Yeah,
play.
thanks for joining.
Yeah.
And good luck
Yeah.
this evening, and
yeah,
don't hurt yourself.
thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
we got to take care
Stay
of that
safe.
as we get older.
Absolutely.
I know.
How young of a fella are you?
I'm 40, just
40
turned
years
40.
old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely got to take care of yourself.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely play a little safer now.
Because then the girlfriend was like, gotta go.
Right.
Don't be hurting yourself.
I
You gotta
know.
go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, thank you guys.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for sitting in with us.
Thanks for
Yeah.
sitting in. Yeah,
Appreciate
good,
it.
good to meet you.
Yes.
Employee
good to
of
meet y'all.
the year,
Employee
right?
of the
Is that what he
year
said?
here at
All right.
All right.
Well, take care. Thank you
Take
again.
care.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
This is pretty cool. How you doing, Chris? You doing good over there?
It's fine.
And Joe is going to join us again.
Welcome back, Mr. Quinn, man.
Hey, coming back.
We knocking these beers out like.
Well, they're half a beers though.
I know, that's
the
what-
reason
that's the-
why. So
So you're like, oh, I'm gonna give me a good deal on these beers, and you come to the fireworks stand, and damn, they're half the size of.
yeah, well, I only had 30 cases to start with. So, you buy almost as much beer as you do fireworks with this crew.
Yeah. So what do you think? This Hurley, is he going to going to be joining the family here soon, or what were
Oh,
we thinking?
you know, I don't know. My daughter's awful mean. I don't know. He's stuck around
try-
here for 5 or 6 years, but that's
Right, you try to give him that warning, like, hey, you got time. You got
yeah,
time.
it's a
to
rough crowd. It's a rough crowd for sure.
Yeah.
I think I met her when we were at Eagle's Nest. Is that?
Sasha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
my
We met her
oldest.
here at last year as well.
Was she here
Yeah.
too?
She was
I
here, yeah.
remember her more from when we were at the Eagle's Nest
Yeah.
barbecue something.
Oh yeah. She
She was
did
there.
come down for the barbecue.
Yeah,
Yep, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Because I had a chance to chat with her for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the barbecue at the Nest is always pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
like it.
that was a
Good
good
times
time.
there.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the crew go run off on you.
Yeah.
Everybody's gotta get to
they have-
work,
They,
or-
they have better things to do, apparently.
Oh, what the hell?
I know, that's what I said. Yeah.
So are you exhausted when this is all over?
Yeah, it's you're running on adrenaline.
Yep.
And the crazy thing is, so this is open for 6 days, but it takes me 2 days to set all this up. I build the tent myself. We put it all up. We have the tables in storage over at Shamrock with Pallone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I bring all the tables in. We set them up. It takes 2 days to set that up, and then I got 2 days we get the product in. Well, when the product comes in off of big trucks, we unload it, and then we put it all out on the shelf and go from there. And then you got to price it, everything else, and so it's a pretty big production.
Yeah.
To get all this for organized chaos for 6 days.
Yeah. So I guess you're taking vacation from your real job to be able to do this.
As you say that, I just poured concrete this morning.
Did you? Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Yeah,
No
8
break.
8 o'clock this morning, and we poured a patio and a step for Margaret Morales over on South 20th Street
Oh,
in
uh-huh.
Argentine.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked.
Wow.
We are taking off tomorrow and the next day because 2 of the guys that work for me are going out of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're taking those 2 days off. But yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
what
crazy.
would be your busiest day here?
Tomorrow and the next day will be the busiest.
Those are
yeah.
the busiest
yeah, it's pretty
days?
busy right now. It's picking up. We knew it's going to pick up a little bit tonight. Probably because the big modcast is here.
Yep.
I
I
hope
think
so,
that's what
yeah.
happened.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different streams of advertisement and people that we know and talk to everybody. And plus, the closer it gets to the 4th, people get antsy to,
Yeah.
they want to go buy their stuff. Some people wait till the very end and then
Right.
they get shut out. So.
Yeah. So how early do you open, and do you have people already waiting to come in when you first open?
Yeah, 10 a.m.
10?
10 a.m. on the first day, you'll get some hardcores.
Oh, okay.
There'll be 10 or 15 hardcore customers. They're here on the first day. As soon
Really?
as you open,
Wow.
they're ready to go.
Yeah.
And then, and then, most everybody knows now. It's like, look, get here early to make sure you get the selection you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because as I sell out, and even when I go back and reorder, the warehouses are out.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're not getting any more of whatever that is. It just goes that way.
Yeah. So whatever's on that truck, that's all you're going to sell. You don't get a chance to, like you said, because the warehouses have already sold out as well.
Yeah, no, I can go back.
You can go back?
we go back. Yeah, like it's been a good day today, and we're out of probably 10 or 15 items.
Oh, okay.
So we'll run back first thing in the morning. Here we go. We don't open until 10, but I'll be up at 6
Okay.
on the drive to Odessa to pick up 10 or 15 more cases of stuff.
Gotcha.
Come back in, price them, get them on the shelf before everybody opens.
Oh, okay.
While
Okay.
everybody else sleeps.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. Good
Uh,
thing it's just once a year, right?
Yeah, once a year. And then,
I mean, from the looks behind us, I mean,
yeah, it's pretty good
you
crowd
got
in there.
a
It's
good
been
crowd
rolling
in there.
pretty good the whole time.
Yeah. Just waiting to see if somebody would have any interest in talk to us, and
Yeah,
but
let me go
They're
see.
busy. They're too busy shopping.
How many
which is okay.
employees do
they're
you have
shopping.
to?
Oh shoot, there's 1, 2. So we have like me, my uncle, Danny, Tommy, Sasha. We probably have 7 full time that are
Okay.
here, and we go from start to finish.
Okay.
The whole time,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
When's Pallone coming around, or did you
Oh,
fire
Oh,
him?
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was here last year.
Yeah. It's like Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
He said, one more time, he's going to pop up.
He'll just pop it. His name will pop.
I love Pallone. He'll probably be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'll be up here tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your shirt. How'd you guys decide the
So-
design this
so
year?
This is last year's design.
That's last
We
year's?
have a new design. If my wife shows up, she'll have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Because I
this
see
is-
everybody wearing this one
yeah,
this year.
So we rotate every year, every day. So how we print new shirts every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we did this for the Kansas City Royals theme because we're all big Royals baseball
Yes.
fans.
Nice.
So that's the Royals crown, and then welcome to the show, because the show is the major leagues. So now
Yeah.
this is Big Daddy's fireworks in major leagues,
Yeah.
or the shit show, which,
Whichever show you want to do.
which it turns into about midnight or so.
Who's your graphic designer? You are? You come up with the idea and
so
someone.
we all kind of do. Actually, Sasha and Tony, Coach Hurley,
Oh, okay.
they designed these shirts
Okay.
last year. So
That's
pretty
fun.
solid.
Yeah,
Pretty solid
yeah.
deal. Yeah,
So the new ones won't be here until as we get
so
closer to the 4th, right?
they're actually printed and made. The new ones, my daughter Grace drew.
Oh, uh-huh.
So, and water dynamites are stuff that goes off underwater.
Yeah.
And we sell those here. Well, I always tell the little kids, look, these will go off in your toilet at your mom's house, stuff like that. Go ahead and light them and throw them in there. So Grace drew a little guy with Uncle Sam's hat on, and he's lighting a water dynamite and throwing it in the toilet, and it's on the shirt.
Okay.
And it says, it's okay, you can throw them in the toilet. So, and then the back says Big Daddy's fireworks and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So.
That's what's really cool. It's kind of a family
Oh,
event.
yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
guys are all
absolutely.
getting
All my
everybody
girls are here.
involved, and so yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I say for 6 days, you get to see, and you get to see a lot of people that you never see
Right,
also.
yes.
Then you get to hang out with your family. And me and my Uncle Mike are partners in this, but we're also partners in a truck line.
Yeah.
So, and we've been partners 30 years in this probably,
Yeah.
at least. So.
Yeah. Apparently,
Been good.
sometimes he just doesn't agree with the discounts that Joe gives.
Every now and again, I might
Yeah.
get a little overboard.
It's all good. It's all good. You're taking care of the people, though. That's what you do,
I'm
Joe.
a people person.
There you go.
I'm the people's champion.
There you go. Speaking of champion, where's the main man, Isaac? Where's he at?
Hold on just a second. Isaac!
Who's Isaac?
Okay, here we go.
Where's he at?
He's over here. He's coming. I just saw him. Yeah, because we're leaving Saturday to go to see with me, Mikey. Where did he go?
He's here somewhere.
Yeah, he's here. Let me stand up and find him.
Isaac to the main stage. Maybe he's not even here, Joe.
Isaac!
It's the grandson.
Oh, the baseball player. Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, he ran up to the gas station.
Oh, I guess that's why he didn't hear you.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
why he didn't answer the call. Yeah, so we leave actually. Heck, we're going to Ohio to play a baseball tournament. So close this
Oh.
Friday. I've got to clean this whole thing up Saturday, break all this stuff down, get it
Yeah.
back in storage, put it all away. He's leaving with the coach. He's riding with the coach Saturday. I fly out Sunday at 1 o'clock to go to Cleveland to go watch him. They play 8 a.m. Monday morning.
So you get there, you renting a vehicle? Or?
Yeah. We're staying
no
at
stopping.
Kahlua High amusement park. It's got a water slide in, a water
nice.
park, the whole deal. So pretty cool.
So who's he going after with?
It's going there with a team called Inside Edge.
Okay.
He's kind of like me. We'll pitch for anybody.
Yeah.
Have
Right.
arm, we'll travel.
Joey,
So yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this: Did you ever pitch for us for any?
No, that was the
Didn't
only
that-
team that I was never good enough to pitch for the Indios.
No, I wouldn't say that, Joe.
That's what.
you were fun to battle against, yeah. So, yeah, because we're actually at the moment.
I pitch for a lot of people, just because I love to play the game. I
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
who it is. Let's go play.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
got to play with my uncle, so that was
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yep. All of them played it, so that was good times. Actually, and Jaime was here yesterday.
Oh, he was.
We donated a Godfather this year to the Eagles Nest, to the
to the women's
Women's
auxiliary.
Auxiliary.
Oh,
so they had a
okay.
drawing for
That's
it, I
right.
guess.
Mhm.
Okay.
To go with that. Donna asked for that here a couple months back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who won it or if she's had the
I
drawing
think
yet
that's
or
when
not.
we were out of town.
No, I just
Or
saw
is it
that
here
post.
recent?
Yeah, it's just,
Oh,
this is
okay.
recent.
Yeah, I don't know that. I
Jaime
don't know
just-
that they've even drawn it yet. She just
Oh,
took it
okay.
home to her.
Okay.
Jaime
Yeah.
posted. Jaime posted something like, "Don't be calling me. Call Donna. I have nothing to do with this.
Oh,
Donna's
really?
in charge." Yeah.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
All right, here comes the man of the hour.
Have
That's
a
my
seat.
guy.
Have
Have
a
a
seat,
seat
Isaac.
here.
How are you doing? Remember the last time you were on the show?
Yeah, I do.
How you been? You busy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
All
you
the
coming
time.
from? We're hollering for you.
Oh, I was on the way to go get some gas station snacks.
Oh, there's no snacks here. What? No.
Oh,
We
whatever.
only have snow cones.
Okay.
No cones and snacks.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, Isaac, how was your freshman year?
It was pretty fun. High school's a lot different than middle school.
Yeah.
Only
Where are you
having-
at again?
Baser.
Baser. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one right by my
That's-
sister's
yeah,
house, right?
yeah.
Baser Linwood?
Green and white, Wildcats or
Green and white,
Bobcats
green and
or
gold.
something like that.
Bobcats.
Bobcats, yeah.
Green and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good freshman year. Ready for your sophomore year?
Yeah.
Nope, I'll be right.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm really excited for baseball.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
baseball season. But
Yeah.
and you also do basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you just guys get done with basketball here not too long ago?
Yeah, not too long ago.
How was the season?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So was it with the school, playing for the school, or is it with the?
So
Club.
during
Club team?
school, yeah, both of them actually. So
Oh, okay.
during the school year, and then club ball is like during the summer.
Okay. What position do you play in basketball?
I play shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Yeah. That's all I see is yeah.
Threes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Daddy that's all he films is just you shooting threes.
Yeah.
So if you knock them down, it's all good. You have a favorite NBA team?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, and they just won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cheering for them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. You got a favorite player on that team?
Yeah. SGA.
SGA. Yeah, but he's the next guy in line coming up. He was the MVP, I think, of the
League, right?
The league.
of the league and of
Yeah.
the championship of the
He did
finals.
win it?
I believe so.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
But so now baseball. We were just told that you guys are going to where they?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, we're going to Ohio we're at the Cal Ripken experience.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
What do you know
okay.
about Cal Ripken?
Not a lot.
No. Yeah, he was a man. He was Mr. Baseball. I think he has the record for most games played. I
Yeah.
mean, he played like
Mhm.
a trillion games. We
Yeah.
actually got to watch him when he came here to Kauffman Stadium, and he beat out I think he beat out a Japanese player, and that Japanese player was actually here to watch him do it here in Kansas City, and we got to see that game.
To play consecutive games.
Yeah, just consecutively. Yeah, he played forever. That guy
Yeah.
never took a break of baseball. He was good. He was fun to watch.
Yeah. So your baseball and basketball, does that mean you have been up early doing weights all summer long?
Yep, 5 a.m. every morning.
That's
Except
what
for-
time you have to be there, time to get up, or what? What was your...
I get up at 5, and I gotta be there by 5:45.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I eat breakfast twice, so
Before and after?
yeah.
So you have to do weights, and is there basketball going on too or
Yeah,
something?
so-
You're doing both?
We'll go to weights at 5:45, and then when we get done, you go home, eat your other breakfast, and then you come back for your basketball
Oh,
camp
really?
/ practice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did you guys have a camp or anything for the young ones too? Did you guys do
Yeah.
that?
For the incoming freshmen, we have a camp also, and then like a little kid camp.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So going into your sophomore year, are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah. So did you get to play at the varsity level in
No, I
both
did not.
basketball and
No.
baseball? No.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry,
this
you got
next year?
time.
I don't. Maybe.
Don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
What
Did you-
position did you play?
I played second base, and then I pitched. And I started to play the outfield. That's really
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Yeah,
So what was high school basketball like compared to your club basketball?
High school basketball is a lot slower.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like club
Really?
ball is a lot more fast-paced,
Uh-huh.
and like high school basketball is just like run the play and
Yeah.
score.
Yeah.
But club basketball is a lot more free reign.
Mm. But you probably have friends now on the high school team.
Yeah.
And yeah. So you like that,
Yeah.
even though it's a little different from what you're used to, your club team.
Yeah.
Who do you play for, your club?
I play for Team Family.
Team Family?
Yeah.
Really?
My dad's friend runs it.
Oh, okay. So then what league are you in the summer? Or you guys do traveling?
It's just like tournaments all around, really.
Okay. So you play Phenom and you play all of those big other clubs that are out
Hoops?
there?
Isn't there like a hoops
KC
club?
Hoops or JC Hoops
Yeah,
or
JC Hoops. Yeah, we
there's
play
lots
them.
of different ones. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Which one's your favorite?
What favorite sport?
Baseball or basketball?
If you had to just choose one right now, and that was it, you had to play, which one would it be?
Probably baseball.
Really?
Yeah,
That's good.
but I really don't have a favorite.
No,
No.
they're both about the
You're
same.
gonna try some football?
No, my mom won't let me.
She won't let you.
But do you want to play? Would you like to play? Try it
Yeah.
at least?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I would. If my mom would ever let me.
No.
Yeah. No soccer, no cross country.
No, I'm not a big runner like
No.
that.
No.
Yeah. Unless you have to and you're on the court,
Yeah,
then you'll run.
yeah.
It's a different kind of run. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Steph Curry? Think he's a good ball player?
Yeah, I think he's top 5 greatest of all time.
Yeah, he is. I think
Okay,
I gotta say he's probably the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree. Okay,
Which-
go ahead and ask him. Let's
Which
ask,
Caitlin Clark is probably right behind him. Yeah. What's
Maybe.
ask
ask him
him.
what? Hey.
He's the young buck. Let's see what he thinks about the Jordan and
that? Jordan and LeBron.
LeBron.
Who do you favor, Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he has 6 championships. Hey,
We
mean,
talk
it's-
to young people and they say everybody says LeBron,
yeah.
and we don't think so. We're like
It's a different,
Jordan.
different era of basketball.
Oh
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But you think Jordan was better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, with confidence, he's even saying
That's
that.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do they have you working over here?
Yeah.
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 How long you been working here now?
Couple years.
Yeah. A couple
Yeah.
years you started doing this.
Mostly been the beer boy, but
Oh yeah. All right. We won't say how old you are because we keep.
Have you had any friends come down from Baser, come down here to
yeah,
the
I've
shop?
had a lot actually.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
good. That's good. Did you
Okay.
bring your friends down?
Because yeah, you can pop fireworks in Baser, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So my sister lives not even 120, 200 yards from the school.
But what's her street number?
Well, it's
159th?
155th.
155th, somewhere around there.
I live on 158th, so
Okay,
Okay.
so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's cool. Yeah. Oh, so when are you gonna take over this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
you
maybe
know?
one day you just take over this spot,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe one day.
Yeah, one day, because I think Tony Hurla, I think he may want to take over this spot here soon. So
Yeah. He's a great guy. So.
yeah, from what his dad was a great baseball coach back in the day.
Yeah.
Have you met his dad?
A couple times. Yeah.
Okay. I've never met him. We're gonna try to get him on the show. Yeah, he used to coach some of. I'm sure he coached some of my friends, and he coached my nephews as well. They won championships back at Bishop Ward.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool.
So how close is Baser to winning a championship? Are you guys got a good team out there?
Yeah. Our last class was probably the best one to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this upcoming year, we might have a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got some young
I
ones.
feel like we shouldn't have lost to Piper, but
Oh, is that who you guys lost to?
yeah.
Is that the
regionals.
rival? Is that the rival team, Piper?
Yeah.
The Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any friends that go to Piper?
I have a lot of friends at Piper also.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was younger, I used to play basketball with all the Piper kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I still went to St. Peter's, and then
Okay.
I transferred out to Baser.
Uh-huh.
So
Ah, okay.
All right. So
You
get
went to
see-
St. Peter's for what grades?
say that again.
What grades did you?
From preschool until 6th grade, middle
Sixth-
of 6th
oh,
grade.
okay. And then you went middle school out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That's
okay.
cool. All right. Let's get into some 4th of July questions, Isaac, if you don't mind. Do you have a good memory of the 4th of July?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was good, but I do
Okay.
have a.
Well, okay.
Memory.
Yeah.
I was lighting a firework when we were on right by Mi Pueblito over there.
Okay.
and I lit it on the sidewalk where the little orange square is with the bumps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was a cake. So I lit it, and it tipped over, and it hit me in the leg.
Oh.
no way.
And I was probably 6 or 7 years old.
And that's crazy how you remember that, like
Yeah.
if it was just yesterday, right?
It was me and I think Cody.
Oh, yeah?
Mate,
Yeah.
Joe, he tells me that he's a second baseman. Well, how many second basemen do you know played that position really well, Joe?
well, this one guy, he was all right, I guess. yeah, Mario's pretty solid. He's a pretty solid second base. But, yeah, Isaac plays second. Crazy thing is, here lately, he's loving playing the outfield.
Yeah.
He wants to play the outfield and track balls, but
Any position out there, center, left,
As
right.
long as I
just-
get on the field.
Right.
Exactly, right?
Right.
You know, in one of the positions, not necessarily just a pitcher, but if you're a catcher, you said you caught, right, for a little bit?
Oh, no.
No, you never. Oh, no, that was Tony.
That was,
Sorry,
yeah.
that was Tony. So
yeah.
I used to catch baseball, and I loved it because not only because my dad was a catcher, so I kind of followed his footsteps, but being a catcher, you're in with the pitcher the whole game.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, whatever pitcher comes out, you're in the game, and the ball's in your hand the whole time, and you get to control the game and call it and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's why I thought catching was fun. But yeah, being in the outfield, it's pretty cool. You must be quick.
No, I'm horribly slow.
And, he's getting faster as he, unfortunately, early on in life, he just took short steps.
Oh yeah.
But now he's striding when he's running a little bit better. He's getting faster as he gets older. Plays a lot of basketball too. So
Yeah.
You got to get up and down the court and be quick with that.
Gotta bring
but
up those-
he does read the ball extremely well.
Okay.
I mean, just like you had, one of the biggest center fielders that we ever had was Joe Monslow. I think he weighed 320, 350, something like that. He was huge. But he got a great read off the ball.
Yeah.
And he could always run it down. So, and that was it. He wasn't fast at all, but he'd go get it.
Yeah.
So that was it.
He
But
knew
yeah.
how to time it out.
Yeah, Isaac gets a pretty good read off the ball. Go get it. Had a good time. We leave. You tell him we're leaving Saturday, going to Sandusky to play.
Yeah.
Yes, he's done
He
that.
said Cal Ripken, yeah.
Ripken tournament. So it'll be pretty fun.
That's cool.
We're gonna have a good time.
Back in our day, Joe, Cal Ripken, just phenomenal ball player.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just fun to watch. I don't know if he had power at the plate, but he was always on. And then he had that long ass streak of playing. And
Well, and that's the best thing about it. What he showed was,
what was his Iron?
the Iron Man was Lou Gehrig. He passed Lou Gehrig.
That's what it was. Yes.
And Lou Gehrig probably would have still been playing, except he got
sick,
I don't know
right?
what disease he had.
He got Lou
Parkinson's.
Gehrig disease.
Yeah, he got Lou Gehrig disease. Huh? I guess it's bad luck having a bad name. I don't know, but anyhow, so yeah, he played a long time, and he really showed what it's like to show up for work every day, put your work in every day, do your job with it.
Yep.
And not only that, come to the park ready to play.
Yep.
Right, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you taught him well.
Well, I mean, I hope so. As far as pitching goes, we do a lot of discussion about pitching.
But is that hard since you're softball and he's baseball?
No, it's all the. Well, it's not really all the same, but it's close to the same because it's all strategy.
Okay.
You just got to be smarter than the guy that's up there with the bat in his hand.
Okay.
Which I always felt I was, because if you move the ball around and give locations inside, outside, up and down, in and out, they'll never leave nothing middle. If you do, they're going to hit it, and that's their job.
Yeah.
Your job is to throw, bad pitches and make them chase them, make them look like good pitches. So, and the kid's got a hell of a curveball, nice slider, moving down and away from them. Little two-seam fastball runs up and in. So, I'm pretty proud and I'm pretty prejudiced, but it's my guy.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I was playing Little League Baseball. I mean, they were real careful with pitchers throwing the curveball and throwing the slider because it could hurt their shoulder. It can, has it changed?
Yeah, I mean, it still
or-
kind of is, but I feel like, and his slider doesn't put a lot of torque on the ball. I don't know how he, the way he throws it. We discuss elbow care and arm care and stuff, to make sure that he's not going to hurt himself, because I want him to play and enjoy the game as long as possible. Whether he plays baseball or basketball in college, I like for him to play in college and go on and enjoy the career, because once you quit playing the game, it sucks. I don't care what anybody else says. I've had 2 arm injuries, knee injuries, everything else. If I could still go play right now, I would.
Yeah.
And anybody tells you any different, lying, man. It's a great game. Whether it was baseball, whether it was slow pitch softball,
Any sport.
Pickup fun.
Yeah.
But obviously, fast pitch softball was the love of my life. I traveled the country playing it, anytime, any place. Yeah, just like you say, any sport.
Yeah.
Basketball. You're a basketball and volleyball player because you play with my sister.
Yep.
Same kind of deal.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But once you're done, you're done. And it stinks. So I enjoy every second watching him. That's really big for me now.
Yeah.
And obviously, I post a lot of videos of him because I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. It's cool. And I think it's cool for us because we get to see what you're doing, and that's how I know so much about you. Taking care of you. It's just pretty awesome.
And we're with you on that, Joe, because we enjoy living through our kids and watching them play.
Yeah.
And so our last one, she went on to, she was a freshman this year in college, and she decided she was done. No more sports. We were like, now what?
Yeah, what the hell
After
we
all
gonna
these
do?
years, and
we're gonna start selling fireworks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so we were bummed, but that's what she chose. But thank goodness she decided to make a change, and she's at JCC playing soccer. So we're like hanging on to any little bit we have left, because it's like,
Yeah, after playing high school soccer, it kind of like just. She's like, this, I'm
Well,
just
she was
out
done
here.
with everything. She didn't want to play basketball, volleyball,
I'm only
nothing.
doing it because it's high school and I want to play high school.
Yeah, well, something to do.
But now that she's playing soccer in college, she's like, I'm loving it again.
Well, good. Yeah, good
and it was fun. Yeah, it was fun watching her.
My youngest daughter, Grace, she was a heck of a basketball player. Had several offers to go play and stuff, and at the end of when she graduated from St. Teresa's, she just like, I'm going to take a year off. I don't want to go to college yet. I'm going to take a year off from work. I'm not playing basketball, nothing. And she didn't go play basketball. It's been 3 years since she graduated. She just recently went back and started playing in a pickup league.
Oh, fun.
She's a little out of shape, but she's out there playing again. And it was fun to go watch her. Watch her make some shots and relive those days when she was in high school and absolutely just killing it.
Where did she play high school?
She went to St. Teresa's.
St. Teresa's, okay.
Over in Kinston, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's fun. So now all eyes are on you right now.
That's it. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure because we have fun, I think. I think he's still having fun.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
But we do.
Yep.
He does got a pretty hectic schedule, though. We back to playing AAU basketball.
I know, and I was asking him, he's up early at 5 in the morning to go to weights at the high school. Yep. I bet your mom will be, or mom and dad, whoever, will be glad when you start driving.
Yeah. Hopefully soon.
August 30th.
Hopefully soon?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember all those early mornings I had to get up in the summer to take him to weights.
Yeah. August 30th.
Yeah.
He'll be 15, get his car, and start driving back and forth to school at least.
Yeah.
Where's that truck of yours at?
That's his.
I remember a couple years ago we talked and you said, "Yep, this is gonna be Isaac's truck," and I was like, "What?"
We don't know if he wants to drive it, or we might trade it in, get us a little Kia K5 or something.
Yeah.
He's got his eye on a couple different things. All right, now we're gonna put you on the spot. What
All right, here we go.
There's a Mercedes at Lewisburg Ford.
What? A Mercedes? Look at you.
Yeah. Boy. He got expensive taser. You ain't chipping in on this or what? What's going on with that?
He said he's gonna take over this fireworks stand.
Thanks.
Slow down, son of a bitch.
My God.
Man.
Sheesh.
People trying to have a podcast around here.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, your mom and dad would have bought you a Mercedes back in the day too, right?
Yeah. When I turned 16, my dad gave me a 1967 Impala that he had already driven for 2 years, had crashes all over it, bumps and bruises everywhere. He gave it to me for my birthday and said, "You got 6 months of insurance, get a job." That's it. Paid 6 months of insurance, gave me a car and said, "There you go, get a job."
What was the first job?
I worked at Smacks. Indian
Smacks
Springs.
in Indian Springs?
Yeah, flipping
Man,
burgers.
do you remember by any chance Janice Beeks? I know it was so long ago. I actually had a friend. We became friends back in the '90s, working where I'm working at now, and she used to work with us. And we just talking one day, and she said, "Oh yeah, my first job was at Smacks." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What?"
Yeah,
Smacks.
it was probably 84. I worked at Smacks.
Okay.
Where was that? Remind me. Upstairs
It
or
was-
downstairs?
It was downstairs by the movie theater.
By the Dollar Theater.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then like,
No, the Dollar Theater was.
oh yeah,
Well-
no, Dollar Theater was the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It was by the
It was
60
the new ones. Yeah.
And then like a few years later, it became
Big
like
Al's.
Big Al's.
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Big
remember
Al's.
now.
That was what
I remember
Smacks
that.
was.
Yes,
Big
yes.
Al's.
Smacks, that logo, that it was a seal.
The seal, yeah, Smacky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you remember about Indian Springs?
Man, just it was the place to be. Your parents would drop you off in the morning, and they would come back pick you up for 10, 12 hours. I was like a babysitter. You could stroll around there all
And Indian
day
Springs
long.
wasn't even open for 12 hours.
Yeah,
It'd be open like 8 hours. And
yeah.
Joe walking around,
Yeah,
trying
you
to
just
find
walking
something new.
laps around there, then you'd end up at Fun Factory.
Yes.
Whatever money you had, you're in there playing
Yep.
games. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it was cool. Orange Julius. I never really liked Orange Julius's, but that's where everybody hung out at.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It's good times.
You had the Foot Lockers and
Yeah.
Lots of
everything
memories
there.
there.
you shop at like JP Todd's and
Oh yeah.
KG Men's.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I did buy a suit from JP Todd's when I was at Wyandotte High School.
there you go. Oh, you should have been at Harold Penner's.
Yeah, man. Been there before.
There you go. Yeah. But
All right.
right.
So, how long are you guys going to be in Ohio? How long is the tournament?
The tournament, there's pool play Monday, Tuesday, bracket play starts Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So 5-game minimum. As long as they start winning on Wednesday, we'll be there till Friday. Championships game Friday.
Wow, so
Okay.
So I hope we're playing Friday in the championship.
That'd be cool.
That's our hopes. So,
And how long have you been with this team?
This year.
Yeah. he just
Oh,
started.
just new.
yeah, they
Oh,
just picked him
okay.
up to go.
Yes,
Oh, they
player.
just picked him up.
Yeah,
That's
so-
right. That's
so
right.
high school baseball's kind of odd because you can't play for nobody else during high school.
During the
Yeah,
season,
so,
right?
like,
Mhm.
and all the other teams are already playing, all the way up until then high school baseball gets over March 30th or what have you.
Yeah.
Then you got to go find a team to play for. So
Hmm.
kind of an odd thing, but
Kind of like a free agent. He's just
yeah,
out there
pretty much. And,
shopping around.
kinda
Well,
like
when
that
do they
because-
have baseball tryouts then for the club teams?
So like in July.
Okay, so then in July
So,
you
like,
try
yeah,
out for
try
that.
in July for the following year.
Oh, okay.
Kind of an odd deal.
Yeah.
Especially, so he's kind of a unique situation because he's only 14.
Oh, okay.
So, but he plays on a 15U team and he's in
Yes.
high school, but he can still play down at 14U because
Mm-hmm.
his birthday puts him on a 14U lower team,
Yeah.
which is okay. But the 14Us, he couldn't play for them in the spring because he was playing high school baseball.
Yes.
okay.
Got it. Yeah, he was in between that year.
So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of an odd deal.
Yeah. Yeah. We kind of went through that with soccer too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just never know where you're going to play at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. See what it. Asha. Come here. See if we get another member of
Our
the
time's
crew
up,
over
yeah.
here and see what's up.
Time to hit the cherry out. I remember talking to her last year.
Well, good luck this
Thank
weekend
you.
when you go out of town and next year as you continue on in your high school.
Hey, so the cool thing, they have pitcher's walk-up song.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh.
There,
What,
so
what
is
song
it?
was it?
I picked it.
Enter Sandman.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
know you like
That's-
that.
That's one of that's
Mariano Rivera.
yep, that's one of those. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that for karaoke.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
that's
it.
one of-
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Isaac, tell your fans bye.
All right, bye, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, get in here.
Come on,
get
your
in
turn
here.
in the chair.
It's your turn in the hot seat.
About 38 seconds.
Oh, no.
We're
I
good.
just said that's all I got. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's been a while since we've talked.
A whole year.
I was gonna say, right? I was gonna say the same
Yeah.
thing.
A whole year. How you been?
Doing all right.
Oh,
How's the business back there? It was pretty crazy earlier, so
Oh yeah.
that's why we had to get you
Oh
over here.
yeah.
'cause you
It's always
take yourself a
crazy,
little
but then
break.
we always add the crazier for some reason. I don't know why, but we do.
yeah. Yeah.
Throwing Ric Flair and some goats. Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about the goats.
Oh, was that your friend that brought the goats? Whose friend?
His.
No, Beth's name was no. Beth, they went to high school together. Her
Oh,
and Beth.
okay.
So they have a goat farm, Wind Valley Farm. So she brought the goats down for the kids to hang out and see. And it
Oh,
was
that's
just something
fun.
nice and cool. Yeah.
Yeah, something
How
different.
many goats were there?
2.
2 goats.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
babies.
I know Zoc don't have them up there.
No, you ain't got no goats up there. Only at Big Daddy's fireworks.
yeah.
There you
That's
go.
He got, he's got chihuahuas up there. That's
That's his overnight security.
right.
Oh yeah, security. So how does that work with you guys at night?
So I got a cousin and a friend, and they stay here. We got
Oh,
2
okay.
guys that stay here all night, and
Okay.
one watches the back hill and the front hill, and then I see he's getting big. And so then they.
And you have Chief, the guard dog.
Yeah, we got Chief the guard dog. One of them's
Oh.
got a dog that he brings with him. And
Oh,
then-
okay.
And we do have a radio, and we talk
Uh-huh.
to Zoc's stand and our stand and see
Oh,
if,
so you guys kinda-
people are walking around acting a fool, and we just
Ah.
talk to them and
Okay,
make
good,
sure,
good.
let them know somebody's coming that way, or they let us know somebody's coming this
Oh, okay.
way.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Kinda try to look
Looking
out
out
for
for
each
each
other.
other.
Yeah.
Definitely. Is there any other fireworks stands maybe to the north from here?
No, nothing else down here. Just us and him, and we're here because Artie is. We needed a big spot.
Yeah.
Our other spot, guy from Omaha owned and
Okay.
got greedy and wanted to put a stand in himself.
Oh,
And so then we ended up losing that
So
spot.
they're on Minnesota.
No, he was at 9/11 State, where
Okay.
we had transferred to for a while.
Okay.
And then he ended up not even putting a stand there.
He forgot you had to be a Wyandotte County resident to sell fireworks in Wyandotte County.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's he? live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh shit.
But one of his buddies told him that he can make a fortune at it. Well, he was lying.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because we could all retire then if you're making a
Yeah,
fortune out
right.
here, huh?
Everybody
We make
would
it a
do
lot
it.
of fun, but there's a lot of work that goes into
yeah.
it. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
my dad and Mikey making it fun, it'd be hard to do this every year. But sometimes with Joe, it is hard to do this every year.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm an ass.
That's all right. Well, you guys are going to be exhausted and ready for a break when.
Well, she's going to Ohio with us.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, she's taking
Well,
a
that's your
vacation.
vacation. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
time to relax
Yeah,
after all this work.
Yeah.
yeah. So
You guys are all flying then?
Yeah, we're flying out. Isaac's riding out with the coach
Oh,
on Saturday.
okay.
It's a 10, 12-hour ride.
Oh,
Shit,
okay.
we're flying and drinking at the airport. Shot him. Yeah, so we're.
What'd you say, Mikey? I'll be right there.
Yeah. Come here, babe.
Come on.
I know. Just come sit down with us. Come here. Come here.
We're just in
We're just gonna talk about your role down here. Come here. I'll do all the talking. Come here, babe. I'll do all
We
the
need a
talking.
pretty face because everybody's
Yeah.
seen this guy the whole
Everybody's
time.
seen me.
I'm an emotional wreck, and guess why?
You're fine, babe. This is my wife, the lovely Shauna Hammer Quinn.
Hi,
Hi.
Shauna.
She's the one that makes the world go round down here. She takes good care of us and makes sure that we're all fed every day, and we have sodas and waters to drink,
Right.
and comes down and just takes care of everything for us. If she's behind the scenes with everything and does a great job for us, takes good care of us.
That's
Make
good.
sure
Where
we're
can I
all,
find
make
one
sure
of
we're all
those?
healthy, so that we can live through these 6 days.
I know, right?
Some of us don't take very good care of ourselves.
So what do you think when he dresses up and makes these funny videos?
Oh, he's a fool. A complete fool.
So does he come out of the closet and say, okay, which one should I wear today?
Oh, no.
Santa Claus or should I wear the
No, totally
Ric
random.
Flair?
Totally random.
Yeah, we'll sit down here and it's like, okay, what are you going to do for your commercial? And he's like, I don't know. Let me think about it. So then after a few shots, few beers, it's like, I know what. And then here you have it.
Yeah.
It just happens. That's
That
how it
liquid
goes.
courage you got to
That's
put
it.
in.
Yeah,
right?
it just happens.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees the very first one he did, where he just went through and random by the names of the fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the names?
Oh, you got the angry beaver in there,
Yeah,
So he
and
just
then
went through
Duck and Futz or
yeah,
whatever.
the
they
duck
were.
and futz. Well, then if you might run into a guy who's got smoking balls, and if so, then that's going to make an angry beaver. If you got
Yeah.
smoking balls. So,
I don't think
we
I've
just
seen
kind
that
of-
one.
Picked the names and rolled with it, and that was honestly the best one.
Was
Yeah.
okay. So you say the first one, like years ago?
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
Well, we've been doing it for a long time, but your videos didn't start a long time ago.
Yeah, I started at 14th in Minnesota. Was kind of when I did the first one. When we
I think I kind of remember those.
Yeah, we had a green and white tent up there,
Uh-huh.
and we I did story time, and I ran through and we set them all up, and I tell a story with them, and just kind of make it up as you go along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we had like a wild in Vegas, and you'll end up with some smoking balls if you don't get a golden shower. There's a firework called a golden shower.
Right.
Somebody said that'll be $50. You know. So.
Yeah.
So
It's
we can see these on Facebook, right?
Oh yeah, they're.
But when's the day going to come when we're going to see a commercial?
Them cost money.
I know, right? Those are expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm tight. We don't want to spend. We do that. We can't buy beers.
Yeah, that's true.
How many views do you have on this one this time?
The first one we did coming out of the bathroom's over 11,000 views now.
And see, I looked yesterday; it was like 6 something. So
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's
pretty
pretty
cool.
wild. Yeah, that people pass them to their friends and tell them, "Look at this idiot again." So,
And that's how so many people know him. I mean, just by look. And it's like, oh my gosh. And they're like, hey, is Joe here? Is Joe here? And a lot of them don't really know what he looks like
Uh-huh.
because, you know, he's in
Yes.
costume or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. He was sitting there one day, like right by the pool, and a lady walks in and she goes, yeah, I'm here to get a discount Joe sent me. And we're just looking at each other like, okay, well, this is Joe. Why aren't you saying, hey, Joe? You know?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, no, Joe told me to come up and get my discount. And I said, oh, okay. So we just played along, let her get her discount. And went on. But
That's funny.
you tell them you know Joe, you get a discount. That's it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So is 11,000 the most hits that you
I
the
think
views?
so far, yeah.
So
I
far?
don't know.
In
We have
all the videos that you've done?
Yeah, we
Okay.
had a couple pretty good ones, here and there, but that one went crazy the other night.
Oh, okay.
And I think the legend builds every year, and they're like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And it's
Right.
like, man, I don't know what else to do. Jump off a car or something like that.
It's always a last minute type thing, or you've been planning this for a while?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
It is. I know I got to do them every year, and,
Yeah.
and just because that's what everybody wants to see,
Yeah.
and you got to keep up that craziness.
What does your mom say?
Huh?
What does your mom say?
Oh, she's kind of on the same boat with my wife. She's like, he's just nuts.
Oh, that's funny.
But it works,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
She's the beauty and I'm the beast, so
There you go.
it kind of works out for us. She's the sane one. I'm out of control, so she keeps us in check.
opposites attract.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you have a grill going on? Oh, that'd
we
be
don't
kind
have
of
one
dangerous, though, right?
What's that?
Having a grill next to a fireworks stand?
We'll have one here on the 4th. We'll take it. It'll be a ways away so that we can cook. I got
Yeah.
a buddy of mine that Isaac's riding to. He's gonna come down and cook carne asada
Okay.
on the grill for us, and we'll have brats and stuff like that on the 4th for a little party for everybody,
Yeah.
because we do a big display up on the hill there.
And
Yeah,
it
you-
changes every year.
Okay, so of course you've been doing this for so long. 4th of July, you're still here. You're doing your thing. Man, I mean, what would it be like just to have a normal
4th of July.
4th
with
of
that.
July where you just sit
We
back?
almost did one year because we sold out pretty early.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so we
Oh.
sold out early and we got, everything cleaned out of the tent and we drove around the city and it looked like World War III, all the smoke that's around.
Right.
And it's like, oh my gosh, we haven't been out.
That's
That's
what I'm
true.
saying,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
That it's like, this is what it is outside of this little
Yes.
parking lot.
Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you, Sasha. Always a great job. We'll mark that down.
Yeah, we don't go see displays or any of that. We don't have time
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
So were you always a 4th of July fan, or he's kind of brought it out in you,
Well,
or?
we've been together for 32 years.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it for,
35.
well, you have.
Yeah.
Because he did it several years before we got together.
Oh,
Okay.
uh-huh.
And honestly, our first stand was the 18th of Minnesota, and it was probably a little bit bigger than this tent.
Barely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and people had to walk up to you and say, I want that, and because it was on the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
And then me and my cousin, we were sitting at 18th of Minnesota. Sorry, but 2 little white girls sitting up there all day long waiting, selling fireworks. And then he paid us like $150 a week. Back then.
Yeah.
Which, back then I guess it was okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And plus we were just starting out. So to see it grow and get bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
and like even the crowds, because at that stand there, the bar would allow us to do the fireworks. And so it started out, probably, I don't know, 20, 50 people
Yeah,
maybe.
should watch you shoot it off on the
And
night
then
of
by
the
the
4th.
time we were done and the city said we couldn't do it anymore, there was several hundred.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a couple
And
hundred
all that
people.
time, I think we had one accident, and it was a girl that actually stepped on a firework. It was on the ground, and she didn't have shoes on. And she stepped on it, but as far as like any major accidents or anything happening, over the years, none.
That's good.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a good run.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, because in the beginning, we would take the stand down every night, and it would fit in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh.
And we would drive it to our house, and it didn't have a cover on it, so we would unload it into our house every night, and then the next morning put it back in the truck,
Oh man.
drive back to the stand,
Yep.
set it back up again. So that was a lot of work. I mean, this is a
Yes.
lot of work.
Right.
But at least here, I mean, you can look, you ain't fitting this in a pickup truck.
Right.
This all got delivered this year in 3 semi-trucks. All of our
Three
product
trucks,
came in
really.
3 semi-trucks this year. So
Wow.
there's a lot of crap here.
Wow.
And I made the comment during, like, counting the money. I said, it's all, 20s, 50s, and 100s, where back in the day, we had all kinds of change.
Oh, I
Like
bet.
dollars, $2
fives.
bills.
Yeah, I mean, those
Mhm.
kids would come up and, what can I buy with this?
Yeah.
And now, you don't get that nowadays. Which,
Yeah.
too, our location isn't like a lot of walking people.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, you don't. And even back then, we'd get people that say, well, how much can I get for these food stamps? And it's like, we're not
Oh.
buying
Really?
your food stamps. Go feed your kids.
Right.
Yes.
And they're like, no, I got $50 of food stamps. How many fireworks? Like, no.
No.
And then it was also the paper.
Yeah.
Food
Yeah,
stamps.
yeah.
It's like dollar bills.
Yep.
So,
Dollar bills, yo.
Yeah. But this is cool. The smell of.
Oh, yeah.
I know, yeah,
and it
yeah.
smells
The
so
kids have
good.
already started lighting off some smoke balls around, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
No,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Hitting it going. So, yeah, we had to bring the boss over and get her on. So, she-
Oh,
she
that's what I
makes-
was going to ask. With inflation and everything going on, have you guys seen a increase in what you guys are buying, and then to the people that are buying the? I mean, are the prices going up
Yeah, the
because of
prices-
everything that's going on?
So prices are up, but it's like a cost of living small price increase every year. So the tariffs that came into effect didn't affect fireworks because all of this product was already over here.
Oh,
And
okay.
was already in the warehouses.
Okay.
When we went to order our stuff,
Yeah.
it's already there, so we didn't have any problems with that.
So next year might
But I
be.
think next year it could be a little higher.
Yeah.
If Trump and China don't start getting along, we'll
Right.
see, who knows?
Yeah.
That's what John Belushi said. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? No. The Chinese invented gunpowder? It's on.
right.
So, yeah, you just never know year to year. You just kind of roll with it every year, whatever happens.
Yeah.
We're working on the same profit markup every year, so it doesn't really. Our price reflects in that. We have same overhead, same everything. Same expenses for our. All of our kids work here, and we pay them way too
Yeah.
much. So
Right.
it just goes with
and
that.
people who buy, a lot of people, this is their Christmas.
Oh.
And you know yourself, if your kids want something for Christmas, you're going to, find a way to get it for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So it's their way, too. It's like, this is my Christmas, so I saved this year, and I have
Yes.
$1,500, $2,000 to spend on fireworks, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or if you know your little kid's going to be smiling and happy, okay, you're going to
Right.
that money.
No, that's true. That's true.
Do you think families do that? Like, you think kids open up gifts and it's fireworks?
Like at actual Christmas time, probably
yeah,
not.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do.
Wouldn't that be crazy? I mean,
That'd be kind of different.
because
but,
they'd be like, "Oh, we got fireworks for the new year."
yeah. That'd be good.
in a week or so.
Yeah. I don't think they do that, but that would be kind of wild though.
Right, yeah. Open up a gift and it'd be one of these big boxes. I mean, can you imagine the Godfather
wrapped up at your house under
yeah,
the tree.
and nobody would have ever guessed that it was one of the Godfathers.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that would make a nice gift for
Because how
somebody.
many times do people say, "Oh, I got you this"? It's a World's of Fun pass, so you have to wait till May to use it.
Right.
Exactly.
It's okay,
Yep.
well, look.
Yeah,
Or
so
when
it's
when people get gift cards, and sometimes they don't ever get used. You know,
Yeah.
you end up losing it, or
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if gift cards expire.
That
I don't think
sometimes they
so.
do.
Some do?
Sometimes they
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
But would you guys ever store fireworks in your home?
So, like by law, you're supposed to store them in a bunker.
Okay.
But we, this many
Again,
years.
don't incriminate yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No. But we're pretty good at this by ordering enough that we're going to sell out, and we sell out every year. So every year we sell out. So then that's what you start your order with the next year. You know you're going to sell that much stuff.
Yeah.
So then we sell that when you sell that out, and then what we don't sell out, we shoot it all off.
Right. Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're here to shoot it off. That's why that's why I do this, because I love the 4th of July.
That's your favorite.
It's my favorite holiday of all. Not only for because we make money at it, we get to spend all the time with all the people.
Yeah.
In our family. Sometimes we have some arguments during the day, but at the end of the day, we still love each other and get along, and it's good to spend time with them. Because life itself is busy, so you never know.
Yeah.
You don't get to
Absolutely.
see. You don't get to see a lot of people a lot of time, and then just like friends and family come through here.
Yeah.
I get 10, 15 minutes to see them once a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we shoot it all off just because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
is to shoot it and to have a good time.
Does your mom and Pat and Liz come down
So
on the day of?
they used to in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Liz kind of does her own thing with her family.
Yeah.
And then Patrick and my mom. My mom's kind of. She doesn't drive anymore, so Patrick has to get her.
Oh, okay.
And we're so busy during the time.
Yeah.
In order to go get her and bring her down here.
Right,
She don't like to
right.
be out too late after night. And
Yeah.
Just had some incurring health problems and with
Okay,
it being hot
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
It
lots
is
of-
so hot. Yeah, you're right.
lots of
So then,
other-
about how many people would you guys say you have then on
watching?
actual 4th of July?
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Probably at least 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least 100 last year, and that's we didn't even plan it. Well, this year we're kind of planning it and having cookout and other stuff like that. So, and when hopefully we'll sell out by 5, 6 o'clock, so we can get a couple hours break and before we start
Oh, okay.
blasting ourselves.
Because
And do
this
you-
is our 3rd year in this spot.
Is it only the 3rd year?
Yeah, so even though we've been doing it for so many years, it's still not like starting over, but kind of like starting over. Because the crowd. Because we went up the street there for a few years. And so, it's like, okay, everybody has to hear about it again, know it again. Like we had one customer yesterday, he told his friend to meet him here, but coming down Central, he ended up there.
Oh.
And so they talked to him, and he said, "Oh yeah, I see your car," and they're like, "Well, how can he see our car from there? He's sitting up there. How does he see our car from up the Central and down here?"
Yeah.
Well, come to find out, he was at the wrong stand,
Oh.
so he came on down here. But we know them too, so
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so we're hoping that this is our, I want to stay here for a long time. I like to
Okay.
be stability.
Yeah.
So with that stability brings, same customers every year. People come in, you take good care of them, then they come back the next year. They know where you're at, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of his commercials, yesterday there were 3 different people that were like, "Well, I seen that commercial because he did a prank commercial."
Yeah, we talked about that
And
one.
Those your friends?
there were 3 guys yesterday. There were 3 guys yesterday that came in and said, "Well, I just came down because I seen that commercial. I knew I wasn't winning anything, but just the commercial brought me in." So
Yeah. Like we were saying earlier, free advertisement there, huh?
Yeah, it happens. Even bad advertisements, good advertisements.
Yeah.
Right?
and the fire department are always our friends. They always help us. They helped us do our knots around our tent.
Oh.
We
That
call
crew
them-
right there, the driver of that truck.
That's Josh.
Steve. Josh is the other kid.
Okay.
Steve, Josh, and Annie.
I thought it was Ryan, Josh, and Annie.
Okay.
Are they coming to visit? Coming to buy? Coming to...
Yeah, they're coming to visit. Mikey, my partner,
Yeah.
he was chief of the fire
right.
department.
Oh, was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like number 3 in command, and he retired 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So still has close connections with all the firemen. They all come down. They'll bring their trucks down and watch at night and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
They came down and gave us our knot lessons, so our tent wouldn't
Yeah.
fall down.
Right. So I have to ask. So we know what his favorite holiday is. What's your favorite holiday?
What's my favorite holiday? I guess I'd have to say Christmas.
Yeah.
Now I say Christmas, but also the 4th of July I think is good because you don't have to do presents. People just get happy because you're doing the fireworks, you're doing, barbecue,
Yeah.
you're hanging out together. So there's no cost in that, if you will.
She
So
likes.
I might change.
She likes all the holidays.
But otherwise
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say probably Christmas.
Her birthday's on Halloween.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, that's my favorite holiday.
Is it?
Yeah,
Halloween?
your birthday, not Halloween.
Yes. I joke that I've trick-or-treated literally all my life because, I trick-or-treated as a kid. Then, of course, and I had kids in my 20s. So then them and now grandkids, it's like every year trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And where we live, we get buku kids.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This year we're not trick or treating though. We're going. JP's son's getting married in North Carolina, so we're going to his wedding.
Oh, nice.
And oh no, I guess no. I take that back.
All right.
That's on our wedding anniversary. We're going to their wedding, October 10th. But this year for Halloween we'll be in Orlando at Disney World. Is it Disney World down there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Florida.
For another
so-
baseball tournament?
No.
Oh.
No, for Halloween.
For Halloween, we're
Oh.
going down over there, taking Sarah and Jim are going, and they invited us.
Oh, okay.
So and Isaac, Sarah, Jim, and Isaac, and they invited us to go with them. So
Oh, okay.
we're going to go down there and see the spook houses and Mickey's Not So Spooky.
Right,
Mickey's
right.
Not So Spooky Halloween. It'll be pretty fun.
Ah.
Something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what though? I mean, I'll miss Halloween here because our neighborhood. We had one year we counted. It was over 1,200 kids come trick or treat at our house.
Oh, really? Yep.
Atta girl.
But again, right, the big candy bars.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
No, just okay,
had so
just-
many of them. You can't afford
Yeah,
to get
you're
the
right,
big candy bars
you're
out
right.
for 1,200.
Well, I mean, hell, I know they're not the big candy bars because we getting the little cans of beer.
Right, little cans of beer. We have one of them little cans of beer. One more left in there for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Good deal.
Yeah. But yeah, we've come to the end of our show. I appreciate this. Truly, truly do.
Absolutely. I appreciate you
and-
guys coming
and-
down.
And what you've done for us this last 18 months, it was.
Absolutely. All the success for you.
Yeah.
I mean, and just, I think that you enjoy doing it.
I do.
I
do.
You have a good time at it. All your questions and all your interviews that I watch on
YouTube,
for and stuff in your channel. I mean, all your interviews are all good. Watch people, except for the one with Roach.
There we go.
Shout out Steve Roach.
Jack Thomas.
Jack Thomas, AKA.
Yeah, Herbie was supposed to be here.
Oh, yeah?
Herbie Fuente, yeah. I just had him on my show a week or 2 weeks ago. And, I just made contact with him this morning. And he said, yeah, I'll be there. I'll come down and talk to you guys. And, yeah, he didn't make it, which is okay. But, I know he said he was going to come down and shop a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he'll be around. I've talked to him 2 or 3 times throughout the winter. Now that he lives back here permanently, so that's good.
Yeah.
But anyhow, all right, so before we close out, then,
Yes, sir.
question for you. Why didn't you go play the 50 and over?
Well, because they were going to do that on Friday, on the 4th of July, and I'd rather be here on the 4th.
No, not noon, in Baytown just now.
Oh,
I was.
we were in Cancun.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, or we had just got back in town from Cancun, and I couldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a good excuse?
I think Cancun
Joe,
Right.
I think just like you do. You think you can still do it, but then, it's
Yeah, because Roach played and Jaime, and then so those guys
and
went.
those guys are still playing in league though.
Yeah.
See, so they
There
got a
were-
little advantage.
There were 9 of them, and then I guess the guys from Austin were supposed to bring up 5 or 6 guys.
Bastards, yeah,
and
they
none
didn't
of them
show up.
showed. So,
Oh,
So Jaime
really?
and Lance, all them all had to play 9. They all had to play every game.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
I think they said they played 5 games.
That's a lot of games.
Why had to play 5? And even Mokos had to play right field.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no way I can play 5 games now. I can
Yeah.
barely watch Isaac play 5 games in a weekend. I
Yeah.
get worn out in my chair over there napping.
Yeah.
No, like I say, last year I enjoyed playing in the 40. It was the 50 and over, the O-Man's game. there in Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed playing that
Well, yeah, because you were the youngest one.
because I was the youngest guy out
Oh,
there.
so you look like you were fast.
Oh, it looked like it, yeah.
It looked like it.
Yeah, I told you I walked in the dugout and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're playing center field. No, you're playing short. No, you're playing,
Yeah.
Well, how old was the oldest guy that was there?
like 80."
Yeah,
geez.
yeah.
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 I think Mr. Paul Vega, who's
Yeah.
still
pretty
he'll
active.
get in there and throw an inning.
Wow.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
80?
yeah.
Oh,
or
yeah,
however
yeah.
old he is, yeah. He's the only guy that's been to every single tournament,
And
and this is number 77.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Have
yeah.
they honored him yet?
Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer there, and I interviewed him back when 2 years ago. We set up shop like this there, and I talked to a bunch of guys who've been playing in that tournament for a long time.
That's
But
amazing.
and I say this, a lot of those guys told me, man, I would trade anything just to win a championship in this Newton tournament.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
J-
That's
and
a
Joe,
lot of
I'm
guys.
sitting there like, I won 6 of these.
Yeah.
With my ball team. With
Yeah.
the,
And so
I
a
know
lot
I
of those
understand it's a
guys never-
different,
They
but
never had that chance to be there.
still.
That's just
Right.
like, I got 2 national championships.
And
you know,
that's
one I'm with the
more credit
Angels
to
and
you,
one I'm
yeah.
with our team, and it was you play your whole life for that. A
Yeah.
lot of guys don't. And for in the Mexican American softball world, Newton is a world championship.
yeah.
That's what, like you said, those guys play their whole life wanting to win that one tournament.
Yeah.
They might have won 5 or 10 other tournaments. Hey, guys, be safe. Might have won 5 or 6 other tournaments.
So somewhere
anywhere.
else, yeah.
But you
Yeah.
can't win that one.
Yep.
That's the one that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. And nowadays, these teams are buying pitchers, bringing pitchers from everywhere.
Everybody's spending that money.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I never been a big fan of it. Because I was a pitcher also, and
Right.
I'm like, I'm here to beat you. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
These guys talk about they're the best teams in softball. You're not. I'm not going to call anybody out. They all know who they are, but you're not. Anybody can go buy a team.
Yeah.
Shit. And that's been going on for years. Don't get me wrong. It's
Right.
not. It's not anything new. It's just kind of new to the Kansas City area.
Yeah.
And that stuff.
Because we
there.
don't have as many pitchers as we
Yeah,
used to have.
yeah, it's just
so
not.
they're having to go out and get guys to come in.
Right. And then obviously, if you want to stay competitive,
Yes.
then you have to go do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm glad I played in the era that I played in,
Yes.
because it was just us against them.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
that's it,
Exactly. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter who you were, it was my 9 against your 9, and
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you miss watching this guy play?
I do. I
Yeah.
didn't go. I went to a lot of games. Don't get me wrong, but I also missed a lot of games because I had to work and having the kids.
Yeah.
But I do.
I was all right.
He was all right. But I mean, the ones that I loved the most were the tournaments that lasted and lasted, like game after game after game. It's like you really seen.
The mental fortitude and toughness it takes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
tough for sure.
No,
And you know
those-
that you get in the losers bracket. That's where that's where teams are made in
Yep.
the losers bracket.
Yeah.
You build a lot of camaraderie with your guys after battling for 4 or 5 games, and you're
Right.
like, man, we're here to go. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
I
time.
could say that when we were in a tournament in Newton, we did that. We lost. We put ourselves in the losers bracket, and we played like 9 games on Sunday. We were done by 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And luckily we won that tournament.
Yeah.
But just to play so many damn games,
Yeah.
and then it's hot,
Yeah.
and then it's red dirt. Oh,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how what it's like to
Yeah.
play with that
Hot.
red dirt.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
All right,
again,
man. Well,
yeah.
I appreciate everything. Thank you both.
yeah.
Yes.
Everybody. It's always a good time.
Yeah,
just
thank
said,
you.
Thanks for coming up again this year, supporting us, support you. That's what makes the world go round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having friends that take care of each other and and try to look out for everybody and make sure everybody, if you have a good time every day when you wake up, I mean, just like, this isn't really a job because you're having a good time at it.
Yeah.
I go to work. This is hard work, and this isn't a job. But
Right.
I'm having a great time while I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One way or the other, it's fun.
Yeah, definitely.
All
All right.
Well, thank you so much again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for sitting in with us.
This was
for-
fun.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, and it's not
good.
as hot
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah, you did really good.
I was getting ready to. That's why I'm glad you spoke.
I see.
That's it. That's fine.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
We good, Chris?
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Sam, we good?
We are good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Of course, and this was episode 151, 152.
I don't know.
I know. I can't remember.
152
either.
maybe. I'm
Yeah, something like
not
that.
sure.
Anyway, yep. Have a safe 4th of July. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our podcast, the Big Modcast, if you can. Share it with anybody. And, of course, you're watching this on the 4th of July. And please come out and come up to Big Daddy's Fireworks.
And support.
614 Reynolds Avenue here, right next to the 403 Club. I'm sure they're going to have quite a bit of stuff left. Maybe, maybe not. And they
Get
will
here
give you a
early.
big discount. They just ask for the Big Mod discount, and they will give it to you. Promise you that. Promise you. Until the next episode. Adios.